A lot of action going on. We'll recap it and talk about it. And there was a big 9 a.m. staff meeting today that Steve Mason actually showed up to and didn't throw a tantrum. Look at that. Let's get to it. The biggest show on the radio celebrating 20 years at ESPN Los Angeles.
We just have to focus on what they're doing.
Did you just curse?
Focus.
Focus is what he was saying. But it did sound like the F word.
Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon right now.
That
does not
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pepe will make a rare non-game day appearance today. He's. I told him my game was about the Oscars.
Oh.
And he said, well, I must be there.
Yes.
So he's going to be in between, a little after 2 o'clock.
Pepe's the only guy I know that went under 500 in Oscar picks. He went 10 and 13.
Greg, we were just talking about it. You and I could have thrown darts at a wall and beaten Pepe in the Oscar game.
Let me tell you, I have not seen one movie out of any of those movies.
You would have beaten Pepe.
I would have beat Pepe.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you didn't need to watch the movies to beat Pepe.
I would like to take an L about something. Okay. Start the show with an L.
Excellent.
Focus.
I thought, and I still think, I can't believe it even got nominated. It's an awful song. But I thought Ryan Gosling found a way to make I'm Just Ken totally work.
Of course, it was just a big, silly, dumb, goof.
I mean,
But I thought the song was meant to be a goof, don't you?
Yeah, but why is it nominated for Best Original Song?
Which one are you talking about today? You're not talking about Billie Eilish. What was I made for?
Right.
You're talking about Ken.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you're like wrote a song for another movie and it was good,
right,
and you look up and go, wait a minute. I'm losing to that.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
But then, so what he did was he said, all right, everybody knows this song shouldn't have been nominated.
Yes.
I'm going to turn this into like the guy who takes his shirt off at the party.
Yes.
And he got Slash to come out with him, which was perfect.
Oh, it was great.
Involved
he had like Simu Lee was back there dancing.
I thought it completely worked.
Yeah, it did. I thought it was honestly, I thought it was a little dull for an Oscar show, but I was glad that Emma Stone pulled the upset to make things interesting at the end.
How long was it? Because I watched 0 seconds of it.
It wasn't bad.
Was it under?
No, well, number one, they did a smart thing. They started at 4 instead of 5.
Yes.
Where they started at 7 Eastern instead of 8 Eastern, and I'm pretty sure they were done by 8:30,
halftime
right?
of the Lakers game.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I flipped over. It was just before I think it was like 69-68 or something when I flipped over.
So, Mace,
Yeah.
you love the Oscars.
I do.
You're my resident Oscars friend.
Yes.
And I understand the significance of having a huge name present Best Picture.
Oh, I love this. Yes.
Okay.
We've got it, actually.
But how many times? I mean, think about it. There was Elizabeth Taylor, Gladiator.
Yeah.
There was Warren Beatty screwing up the
Warren Beatty, Faye
Moonlight.
Dunaway said the wrong movie altogether.
So they get 81-year-old Al Pacino up there, and I'm assuming he was supposed to read the nominees, was he not?
I was expecting him to read the nominees.
He just went out there and he was like talking in code. Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it right
did he
here.
Say God
is an absentee landlord.
But
No, he did
pretty
not.
much, Greg. He was in. There was a point. Al Pacino is one of the greatest American actors alive.
Absolutely.
But there was a point in his career, right around Scent of the Woman, that he just started. He turned left and never came back.
Yeah.
And this was very much after he turned left. Go ahead.
Only one will take the award for Best Picture. And I have to go to the envelope for that.
Or you could read the
And I
nominees
will.
like every other presenter.
Here it comes. And my eyes see Oppenheimer. Yes.
It goes like, my eyes see Oppenheimer.
My eyes see Oppenheimer.
They
got to stop having old-timey actors do the Best Picture.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here's what to do.
Yeah.
You know how normally, I liked what they did for the major acting awards.
I did
how
too.
They had the intro thing.
I like that.
I think they should keep doing that.
Yep.
But then bring out whoever won the biggest award from the year before, whatever
Yes.
it was, and
Right.
have them present
Yes.
Best Picture. Because now you're covered for your Best Actor, Best Actress with this new thing they're doing. With
Right.
Former winners, each taking a nominee, saying something nice about them. I thought that was really cool.
I thought that was cool, too. Yeah, I like that.
But so now, you would know, I won't know, but last year,
Right.
what won Best Picture?
Coda.
Okay. Have like Troy Kotzer would have been perfect. Troy Kotzer is deaf.
Take it. Everything Everywhere All at Once the year before was Coda.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Michelle Kwan. Michelle
the
Yeoh.
figure skater won an award.
Michelle
It's pretty
Yeoh, Kiwi Kwan, that whole group.
Yeah, Short Round.
Yes.
Was in that movie, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, have the two of them come out and present Best Picture.
Why not?
And then you don't have Elizabeth Taylor, Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway,
Yeah.
Al Pacino. Just
It's risky.
And of course, because we're the most polarized country in the world.
Yep.
As soon as Pacino did that, here it came. And now you see, we've got two 80-year-olds running for president. This is why neither one of them should be there.
There you go. Yeah.
But Al, I mean, it's great to see Al.
Yeah.
But you gotta give somebody.
I could not agree more. I
thought Kimmel did great.
Kimmel was great.
He always does great.
He did really well. And I love the thing at the very end where the dog from Anatomy of a Fall took a whiz on Matt Damon's star.
Yeah, you knew he would find a way to
bag on Matt
invoke
Damon. Exactly.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, in other news, the Lakers are the most difficult to figure out team, I think, in a very long time. They can lay an egg
Laura.
and quit in Sacramento. Against Sacramento, they can pull off 2 victories over the weekend, 2-0.
See if you can find the promo Mason and I cut on Friday.
No. Oh, what did I say?
For this show. No, you on the air you said this, but off the air.
Yeah.
I said, okay, when we have to cut these promos, one of us has an idea and we just say to the other one, follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
So I predicted greatness like I always do. You know, I never ever predict the Lakers are going to lose because I don't want to get fired. And then Mason, I think you said, well, they're going to go 1-1. And then the thing went off the air. He goes, you said they're really going to go 0-2.
No, is that there?
I don't know. Do you have it? All right, play it.
Okay, let's see if that made.
Pull my lead.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
You good? Oh, this is like raw.
Wait, can I play this?
Yeah.
Yeah, play.
When we come back on Monday,
Yes.
I'm either going to be sky high talking about the Lakers knocking off Milwaukee and Minnesota, or I'm going to be massively depressed. Which one will it be?
You will be in between because I think they're going 1-1.
That's no fun. Sweep! Is that the
No,
end?
that's the end.
Okay.
Right
And
after that,
Mason goes, they're not winning either one of those games.
They're going 0-2.
You have to record everything.
They're going. That's okay, Lauren. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I said they're going 0-2.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they caught some breaks.
D'Angelo Russell was crazy on Friday night. AD was crazy last night.
Right.
It's very, and now they're exactly where they were the last time they played Sacramento. They can pull to within a half game of the 7. They're only 2 games out of the 6. I mean, they're again back in the thick of the thing.
But they have to keep winning. And Sacramento has had their number. Their next game is Wednesday night in Sacramento. I'm not going to be here the next 2 days because we're flying up there tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And then on a Wednesday, we have the game. And Sacramento's beat them 3 times this year.
Yes.
And this last one was the worst. The Lakers blew like a 19-play lead. But if they can win that game, then they get Golden State on Saturday at Crypto, maybe without Curry.
Oh, yeah.
So things are starting to break. By the way, the biggest, if Golden State finishes 9th or 10th, they're going to look back on this past weekend as the weekend where it all got away. Do you realize Golden State lost on Friday night in San Francisco to a 13-win Spurs team without Wemby and without Devin Vassell? I mean, that's the game you cannot lose.
Yeah.
And they did. So now the Lakers are a full game ahead of them. So there's a whole bunch of moving parts. 16 games left to go. If LeBron and AD can stay healthy, they have a great chance to get to the 6, 7, or 8 and stay out of.
God,
that's
the
only
6 would be fantastic.
Well, here's okay. You want to hear my? Now I know I'm connecting dots that aren't there. But
Okay.
here's my dream. Okay. Lakers get to the 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Denver gets to the 1.
And Clippers get to the 3.
Okay. Stick with me here.
Okay.
Denver gets to the 1. Clippers aren't getting to the 3. They're going to be the 4 or the 5.
Okay.
So, Denver's the 1.
Yep.
They play whoever comes out of the play-in tournament. Let's say they play Dallas.
Yeah.
No, whoever Denver plays, they'll beat.
Yeah.
Then the Lakers would be on the other side of the bracket, and it would be Denver Clippers in round 2.
Right.
And that way the Clippers might knock out the Nuggets. And then the Lakers if they were the 6, draw Oklahoma City or Minnesota, 2 teams they've beaten over the past week, and then Mace, then we got a shot at Lakers-Clippers, which is what we really want.
Or Denver-Lakers.
Which is what we don't want.
Which is what we don't want. Exactly. We want Clippers.
I
we
want
don't want
Lakers-Clippers just for the content.
Oh, well, yeah. Just it'll be fun.
Yeah. I mean,
it's never happened.
Right. It would never happen. And Denver would probably beat the Clippers, but let's see. Maybe the Clippers get Kawhi healthy, get Paul George healthy, and knock them out.
Yeah.
And then it's Lakers-Clippers.
God, that would be awesome.
That's the dream.
Yeah, you just don't know what you're going to get with this team. I think I tweeted before Friday night's game, I think I tweeted, don't know which Lakers team is going to show up tonight. It's always a surprise.
And that's a completely fair tweet. And then they got 2 unbelievable performances.
Yes,
one
they
from
did.
D'Angelo Russell, and then last night AD. That might be the best game I've ever seen AD play.
He was unreal.
That was just ridiculous.
All right, coming up next for you, let's do. Oh, okay. I've got the NFL stuff is huge right now. So much is
every
breaking.
10 minutes, something big happens.
So we'll fill you in on all the NFL free agent stuff that has gone on.
Josh Jacobs to the Packers? Where did that come from?
He got a 3-year deal. So,
but what are the Raiders doing? Who's going to run the ball for us?
They didn't want to pay him.
They
didn't want to pay a running back. He's a running back. You don't pay a running back.
Greg, we're not paying a running back. We're not paying a quarterback. We're probably going to trade Devontae Adams. We can't have a receiver with no one to throw him the ball.
They should trade up and get one of the quarterbacks. Trade into the top 3 and get one of those guys.
Yeah, we'll
Somehow.
see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Move Devontae Adams if you got it.
They need to develop a quarterback. That's what they need to do.
Yes.
Because they're not going to have an easy veteran play there. And
trade Devontae Adams to the Bears and take the
by the
number
way,
1 pick.
Mark
and
Davis
Justin
says
Fields.
absolutely not trading Devontae Adams.
Oh, Mark
Davis says absolutely not trading.
Mark Davis said he
wasting
would
his
never
years.
fire John Gruden. All right, so take that with a grain of salt.
All right, we'll get into all that stuff coming up for you. In the meantime, if you're injured in an accident, let's say it happened over the weekend, and you're trying to figure out, now it's Monday, how do I handle this? Here's your to-do list for today. Call the rental car company. Wait to receive a call from the insurance company. When you talk to them, make sure to not say the wrong thing because you'll jeopardize your case. Then call your doctor for an appointment. But then he can't see you for a week or even 2 weeks or whatever, and you can't get into a specialist. Why do all this yourself? Make it easy. If you're injured in an accident, immediately call my friend Jacob. Jacob and his team will handle everything for you. They'll make sure you got a rental car, that you talk to the insurance. He'll talk to the insurance company on your behalf. And most importantly, he'll set you up with a specialist so you can start the healing process and get your health back in order. And you don't pay a penny out of pocket. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
Accident orange.
So Saturday, went to see Dune and then went to see Cappy and Rachel. Venice Boardwalk. We drank the day away. Well, we didn't drink. I won't say that. We didn't drink the day away. Although
They drank the day away.
They drank the day away. I had a little gummy action, and then I had what the waitress called a boozy drink. It was a boozy drink. A lot of whiskey or bourbon in that. And so I got a little droned on Saturday, which was good. So the Rams, this is interesting, have signed Jonah Jackson, who's an offensive lineman, and Chris Sims points out this is further evidence of the transformation of Sean McVay. They've gone from smaller athletic offensive line to now harvesting big maulers to run it at you and to protect Matthew Stafford. So they signed Jonah Jackson from Detroit. They have tendered an offer to Alaric Jackson. They re-signed Kevin Dotson. I mean, this is going to be a different-looking offensive line for the Rams next year, and I like it because they got a running back they can count on who was great last year when healthy. They got to protect Matthew Stafford, let him do his thing. So they're adding to the offensive line to start free agency today.
All right, Bergman, here's some good news about our Raiders. I like this move.
I love it.
Christian Wilkins, who's a really good defensive tackle for the Dolphins.
Put him next to Max Crosby.
Right,
Love it.
and they're going to be very hard to block. My problem is, I don't know how we're going to score. We don't have a quarterback. We don't have a running back. We have a great wide receiver, but no one to throw him the ball. But maybe we'll win. Didn't they have a game they lost 3-0 last year?
I think so. There might
Yeah,
have been something like that. But
I think Minnesota Raiders was 3-0.
it was something like that. But
And,
either way, they're going to go out and they're going to get a quarterback. They'll
get a quarterback.
I mean,
But
they did
they're
last
picking
year, they
over-
went out and got Jimmy G.
They're picking over scraps right now.
Right.
Scraps
I mean,
or-
it's like when you go to Roger Dunn and you go to that garbage can full of bargain basement.
Yeah,
deals.
that's where I found my wedge.
Right. I mean, so hopefully they'll figure. But I like Christian Wilkins. That's a good signing.
Yeah, very good. Among other players that are moving, there's Kirk Cousins wound up in Atlanta.
I like that for Atlanta, and that's Raheem Morris, the old Rams defensive coordinator, is going to be the head coach down there.
And
I think they'll be good.
I like Kirk Cousins. I think he's a bad rap, I think. Sam Darnold, did you
sign? Watch the first season of the quarterback special on Netflix?
I did not.
All right. If you do, if you ever go back and watch it, it's about 3 quarterbacks.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, Marcus Mariota, and Kirk Cousins. And you'll really like Kirk Cousins after you watch it.
Yeah, everybody says that. I don't have headspace for all these shows. By the way, you said Carson Wentz could be a potential starting quarterback somewhere. He's on the list of potential guys. How would you feel about him starting while you develop a quarterback you get from the draft?
Better than I do of not having anybody.
Right.
I mean, so I've never hated Carson Wentz. I actually think he's pretty good.
Yeah, no, he's been
So if
decent.
the Raiders signed Carson Wentz, I would say, okay, I'd rather. Well, let me put it this way, Greg. Wouldn't you rather have Carson Wentz and Jimmy G?
Oh, I hate Jimmy G. So yes.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be
Carson Wentz
ideal,
isn't good.
but it would be functional.
Yeah.
Now
as a backup.
The Raiders are picking 13. That means that the 2 quarterbacks that'll be on the board will be Bo Nix and Michael Penix Jr. Oh, and maybe J.J. McCarthy. Although I think J.J. McCarthy's going to wind up
The
going
last
higher.
mock I read had all those guys gone by then.
Oh,
even McCarthy.
It looks like a quarterback-heavy draft.
Yeah, it
really,
looked like
really early.
they had all those guys going in the top 11.
Someone will drop.
Mock drafts are just mock drafts are like what Pepe did with the Oscars.
Absolutely.
They're just throwing
Mock
stuff
drafts
on a
are
board.
just, exactly. And among other signings, Saquon Barkley goes from the Giants to the Eagles, which is really, the Eagles could be very, very good. Already are good, but that I think makes them better. What other moves? Oh, yeah, Russell Wilson to Pittsburgh. I think that'll be a disaster. I don't. Oh, I think
you know why?
That Steelers. I think this is going to be Mike Tomlin's first under 500 record.
No, I was just going to say the reason it won't be a disaster is because the Steelers are never a disaster.
But here's the thing. I think this will be the year. I think Russell Wilson is taking that ship down.
No matter 1 year,
Such a poser.
1 year he had
so
3
inauthentic
quarterbacks that none of them were good. The year after Big Ben retired, he had or got hurt. He had 3 quarterbacks, and none of them were any good.
Probably
and he
still won
had a
9 and
winning
8 or
season,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it won't be a disaster. They may not win the Super Bowl. I don't think they will. But I don't think the Steelers are going to have a losing record this year.
I think they will. I think Russell Wilson will take down that ship. Let's ride.
But wait a minute.
Let's ride.
Okay.
Hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that wasn't it.
I find it interesting, all this hate for Russell Wilson. I think you used the right word. Inauthentic. People don't like him because he comes off as a phony. But if we're just examining Russell Wilson as a football player, he's not terrible. I mean, you seem to think he is. He's not. 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
It's not that.
last year.
It's not that part of it. It's that his teammates all seem to resent him at some point. His coach didn't like him, and his teammates resented him. That's what happened in Seattle too. It was a divided locker room. That's what you get with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but I think if you just base it on his talent, on his ability to play quarterback, he's not.
But can you judge him just on that, or does makeup have to do?
Well, I think in that building, if he tries to big time people and acts like a jerk, Tomlin will just cut him. He's got Kenny Pickett still, but I think if sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom before you go back up. We're gonna find out what Russ is made of now, because I think you would agree with me.
Yeah.
If he doesn't beat out Kenny Pickett, or if he starts slow, his career is probably over.
Oh, probably is.
So he has something to prove.
But here's one thing that's really a funny little nugget about that. So the Broncos are paying him
$38 million,
something this year. The Steelers are at Denver. So they will actually be paying the guy who's playing against them in that Pittsburgh-Denver game.
Of course they are.
It's just perfect narrative. All right, coming up next, going to spin the wheel of questions. It is Laura's wheel. As always, we will do that next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, reminder, folks, this is the final week. Greg, correct? The final week of BB Go Fifth Row Friday?
Final week.
All right. I met the Fifth Row Friday winners again last night. Could not have been nicer. Guy and his wife, they were super excited to be there. This was the guy, Mace, that had lost the week before.
Oh, yeah, he missed it by one.
Right, and then came back and won it the
Good
next
for
week.
him, yeah.
I loved it. BB Go is the official game day snack of the Lakers. Mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes, and they're the sponsor of our Fifth Row Friday promotion, which is the favorite promotion that Mason and I get to give away. We just basically put 2 listeners in the fifth row, and those are like $1,000 seats, and it's fantastic. Your chance coming up this Friday, but you got to listen every day. You're going to answer a question correctly, Greg. Answer a question correctly. Yes.
Thank you for saying correctly.
From each of the 5 days, and you could be in the fifth row. BB Go is not only a great partner of ours and the sponsor of Fifth Row Friday, but the food's great. Bergman and I eat BB whenever they bring the BB Go truck to wherever we are. We get like 7 helpings each. You just throw that stuff in your freezer. Delicious meals in minutes. They're Korea's #1 food brand. Minimum effort, maximum flavor. Available at all major grocery stores in the freezer aisle. BB Go Mandu are the largest, juiciest dumplings in the market. Every day is the day to live delicious with BB Go, the official game day snack of the Lakers.
Hey.
with that wheel. Hit it, Jack.
All right, Laura, what do we got? Oh, is that
hang
mic
on a
broken
second. Is
again?
that
Yeah,
mic
that
broke?
thing's. She's
Yeah.
hitting it like the font.
Smack it.
Hey,
Tap-
work.
tap it.
Okay,
There you
go.
it
There you
worked.
go. Got it.
All right. So apparently, a newly released government document. Government documents. It's been a rough morning for me.
That's all right.
Have revealed an investigation into paranormal activity. I have interesting stories with that stuff, but I was curious. Do you guys have any crazy paranormal activity stories that you guys want to share?
Paranormal activity.
I believe in it.
Me too.
I always think that I think it's very arrogant of us to think that we're the only planet that has living human beings.
I completely agree with that. Something is out there somewhere.
Yep, I agree. So I never dismiss like others do if they say they saw a ghost or something paranormal happens. I think it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it this way, I read a book about this.
I listened to
I can't
Art
remember
Bell.
where it's from. But there are billions of stars in this universe.
George Norrie.
And then there are billions of stars in this galaxy. Then there are billions of galaxies. Somewhere there's got to be someone or something. I don't know what they look like, but there's something got to be out there. Now, the only paranormal, because I'm including, like ghosts and stuff like that. The one thing that is odd is that my lights in the middle of the night flicked on one night.
There you go.
And I got a phone call the next morning that my grandfather had passed away. And so the idea is that maybe he turned my lights on.
Of course he did.
On his way out the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody going with that?
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in on that story.
I think that's real.
Why not?
I think that's real.
All that stuff is real.
Yeah.
I think you're the one who said, I haven't seen a ghost, so it's not real. That's your whole thing.
It is. I've never seen one. Now the lights flicked on, but it could be just the lights flicking on.
Because you haven't seen one doesn't mean that it's not
Yeah,
real.
I've
fully
yet to
believe
see
it's real.
good photographs of a ghost.
There's a whole bunch of stories that go around. I have friends that, in Hawaii, there's a thing called Pacani nights, and that means that there's no stars in the sky
Right.
at all, and that's when all the dead come out.
And have you seen the dead?
I have not seen it, but
Okay.
I have. My friends lived in Hawaii, and they told me all about different things.
Sounds
that
like
have happened
folklore
there.
to me.
It's
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't it?
I mean, everything is folklore if you haven't seen it yourself, right? Like
Correct. Yeah, but I'm saying, why haven't I seen?
Why can't you believe it though? It's
Why
just a
haven't I
belief.
seen pictures of ghosts?
Because
in other
it's
words,
not
if they
always- it
exist and
doesn't-
everybody's got a camera on their phone, how do we not have a
Because
picture?
it's not always are you thinking of like a ghost in a white sheet and there are
Yeah,
just like
like
holes?
Casper?
No, just
like
a
Casper, right there.
vision of some
Yeah,
kind.
this
It could
one's
be a person,
friendly.
it could be a thing, a ghost, it could be a spirit, it could be anything. I have
There's
no
always-
photos of it.
There's pictures where there's like somebody standing in the background. Like
Show
there's
me
a-
one.
Wait.
Show me one.
Okay, so when I was, is this
I don't
working?
have it.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay,
You're
okay.
good.
So when I went to New Orleans a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I did I'm into all that spooky stuff.
Yes.
And the girl goes, "Oh,
Did you go to a seance?
No.
Okay.
I will not do that. No.
Oh,
no,
really?
no,
Won't do it?
Hell no. That or touch a Ouija board or any of that. No, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
not messing with that. But we went to this place, and I just had a very eerie feeling, and I took a picture. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, there's no light there. There's nothing.
Right.
And then the girl goes, because she told a bunch of us to take pictures. Myself and another girl caught little, weird looking things. And she goes, right there was a bunch of people, a bunch of kids that got murdered,
Oh, my
years
God.
ago. And she's like, they say that you can sometimes see things when you photograph and when you're around that area. It was just a very bad vibe. So it's not really seeing the little sheets.
Right.
Floating around.
You're just saying it's a bad vibe.
It's a bad vibe, and you can sometimes in pictures see little things when there's nothing like.
By the way, she mentioned Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I was forbidden to play with a Ouija
Why
board.
tempt
I mean,
fate?
So was I. Let's get one.
my
hell, I'm
my
not
mom
coming that
was
day.
I'm not
like,
coming that
"You
day either."
will
I'm not
not
coming
touch a
that day.
Ouija board."
Let's do a Ouija board show.
I'm not. I
Nope.
swear I will
Nope.
not come that day.
Oh, I'm bringing it. I'm
Are you
getting
really
I
bringing
will-
it?
I
Allow me
will
in the
buy a
studio.
Ouija board.
They're like
You're
$5.
really bringing it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're not expensive.
I'm getting a Ouija board. I'm getting a Magic 8 Ball. I'm getting all of it.
Yeah,
I'm
by the
just
way,
kidding.
Magic
Whatever.
8 Ball, nobody cares. A Ouija
Yeah,
board is like
different.
Yeah,
spooky.
it's just a feeling. But there's
creepy.
also pictures like a grandfather dies, and then everybody takes a picture together at the funeral, and the grandfather's
Yeah.
standing in the background.
Can I see that photograph?
Google
it's out
it.
there. Google it.
Yeah. I
You
need
just
to
won't
see a
believe it.
picture.
Oh, that's Photoshopped. So
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
Imagine,
I'll show you a
I
picture.
can't make a decision unless it's based on evidence.
Well, okay,
I need
I'll
evidence.
show you a picture, and you'll say, "Oh, that's photoshopped."
Okay.
Then what evidence
let's
do you
try
want?
it. Let's try it. I'll tell you if it's real or not.
Yeah, 'cause with your
I will tell you
keen
if it's
eye
real.
for Photoshop.
Exactly. All right, so bet a little mythical money over the weekend.
Yeah, you did.
I won $10,000 mythical dollars on the Lakers minus 2.5 on Friday night versus Milwaukee.
Okay.
And
Wait a minute.
Or
You had
maybe
Lakers
it's plus 2.5.
You had Lakers 2.5 because they only won by 1.
Oh, you lost.
Wait a minute. No, were the
It
Lakers the
was
favorite of the
it was
underdog?
minus 2.5.
Yeah, you lost. They
You
won
lost.
123,
Oh
122.
my God! This segment has turned out terrible.
Well,
Bergman, you told me I won.
You split.
Sorry.
You split.
And then I won $10,000 mythical dollars for beating Pepe in Oscar picks, so I broke
you
even.
won nothing.
I was
Literally nothing.
You won
flat-footed
nothing.
zero for the weekend.
You lose. Good day, sir. And then Mythical Money is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the largest and #1 daily fantasy sports platform in North America. New members go to prizepicks.com/710 and use code 710 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Okay, so if you're a sports fan, there's the dream and there's the reality.
Yes.
Like, as a Laker fan, my dream, as I said earlier, is to have somebody else knock out the Nuggets, preferably the Clippers, and then the
Yes.
Lakers could play the Clippers in the playoffs. So Bergman walked in here a few minutes ago and provided me with the dream. All right, Greg, tell the audience what you told me a few minutes ago, and then I will tell you what the reality is. You tell everybody what my dream was.
Your dream was, according to Vic Tafer, he said, as the market shrivels up for Justin Fields, Raiders kicking the tires on a possible reunion with offensive coordinator Luke Getsy.
See, if we were to get
That's what I was
Justin
talking about
Fields, I would be genuinely excited. I think Justin Fields
rightfully so
is a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's young. He's not even 25 yet.
Does stuff that other guys don't do.
Big arm.
Creates plays with his feet. That's the dream.
Yes.
Right after Greg, within 2 minutes of Greg walking in and telling me that, here's the reality.
Ian Rappaport says, the Raiders have agreed to terms with quarterback Gardner Minshew on a 2-year deal. He'll compete with quarterback Aiden O'Connell.
Two stiff white guys who can't create plays with their feet.
Now, I don't mind Gardner Minshew so much. I think he actually has some abilities.
Well, you better not mind him. They're giving him $25 million,
Over
15
2
million
years.
guaranteed.
Jeez, yeah,
That's
I mean,
you don't give
still
somebody that
draft
kind of
someone.
money and not play him.
So where do you think he ranked in quarterback rating last year? 1 to 30.
Probably pretty good. He had some good games. I would say right in the middle, 15.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the
he was
worst
fine.
quarterback in the league.
No, he will be serviceable as a starter if you don't go and get somebody in the draft, or if you still can't make this happen.
See, I still think this is the kind
I'd
of
still go get
signing that
Justin
means
Fields
they're
if you
going to
can.
get somebody in the draft.
Yeah, draft. It seems like draft is still going to happen.
And where's Justin Fields going? Minnesota?
I
don't know where he's going to go.
I got a weird feeling about Michael Penix. I think that Michael Penix could follow the Raiders. And I wouldn't hate it.
No.
He's got an arm.
He's got an arm. It's
I just want you to be able to
the
get
injury stuff is
just
questionable.
Get the ball to Devontae Adams somehow.
Yeah.
Somebody who can, and maybe Minshew can do that, but it would have been really fun to have Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And now where is Justin Fields going to go? That's a good question.
Yeah. I'm trying to
But
think.
I mean, now all these
the
places,
quarterback spots are filling up now.
Yeah, but every time somebody leaves, like Denver needs a quarterback, Minnesota needs a quarterback.
Denver, Minnesota. Tampa re-signed.
Is
Doug
Mayfield.
Mayfield.
Tennessee, Greg, going with Will Levis? Is that
Yeah, that's
their plan?
Where they're going. That's what it seems like. And by the way, Dov Kleiman is putting out here that the Raiders are inquiring about a potential trade for Justin Fields. So it's still out there.
Well, why would they?
Yeah,
Have
but they
Gardner
just
Minshew
gave,
and
they just
Justin
gave
Fields.
$25 million to Gardner Minshew.
I have multiple quarterbacks. Gardner Minshew could be a good backup.
Yeah.
Aiden O'Connell's not ready. It's
But
obvious
that's a
he's
lot
not
of
ready.
money to spend on a backup. $25
Right.
million.
Look,
It's
I
only
agree with
15
you.
guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Okay.
if this is actually going to happen, but they're still putting it out there.
Still putting it out there. All right. Question for 2 o'clock call of the day. Saw the Lakers win on Friday. D'Angelo Russell went off. Saw the Lakers win last night. Anthony Davis had a game for the ages. And yet, it's this team that can still go out and lay an egg like they did last Wednesday. But as this team is playing right now, how would you define a successful season?
Well, that's a good question. So, in other words, getting out of the play-in and going into the top 6?
Yep.
Getting to the second round, is that enough? Going back to the Western Conference Finals, do they have to go to the finals? In some, the old school Laker fans, some of them say
Championship or bust.
Yeah, if they don't win the title, that's it. Yeah, it's a good question. What do you think about that?
877-710-ESPN. Think about that one. What would make this Lakers season a success? How far do they need to get? 877-710-ESPN. All right, so life's journey has its highs and its lows, and the LA County Department of Mental Health is here to support you through it all. Their caring team offers more than just a listening ear. They provide free emotional support and service referrals and crisis counseling. If you're in crisis, use this number. You can call their 24/7 helpline, 800-854-7771. Maybe they can refer you to a psychiatrist or a psychologist or a counselor that can help you. You can visit their website at dmh.lacounty.gov. Again, the helpline, 800-854-7771. Your mental health is their priority. Let them be your support on this journey. Together, let's shape a brighter tomorrow with hope and recovery and well-being. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
I'm going over to my...
When I cut a bunch of weight, I cut like 30 pounds, back up 10.
Oh, hey, Greg, that means I'm winning money from you.
Yeah. I went from
me
down 30 and now I'm up 10. It's getting away from
me.
Remember,
what was the weight bet you and I had about Mason?
I think it was 190.
But that's I
think it was 190, wasn't it?
It's April 1st.
Okay, what do you weigh now?
Mason
195.
So you're right on it.
No, it's 190.
It's 190.
No.
Is it 195?
Mace over 195 April 1st.
Okay.
Mace under 195.
I still feel good about my chances.
Actually, 190. If it's 195, I'm going to be seriously bummed out. Although I did try the new. I guess it's not new. The fish sandwich at Popeyes.
Too early for a fish sandwich?
So good. It's like the one time I wish I was still a practicing Catholic, because every Friday we used to eat nothing but fish. That was the rule. No red meat on Fridays. But I had a fish sandwich on Friday. Absolutely delicious. Voted, cool. Laura, the best fish sandwich in the world.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your microphone?
Oh, God. It's not Laura's fault.
It's not Laura's fault. None of these microphones work.
Yeah.
Okay, there?
No.
There you go.
Not. Just grab that microphone behind. Wait, John. So if it's 195, who wins?
Push.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to put a half pound in there.
We don't want to push.
No, the scale I'm bringing in has decimals.
Okay, so it's 195 1. It's
there's very little chance it'll be 195.
And shoes off.
I have a good scale too, by the way.
Shoes off is agreed.
Yeah,
but everything else stays on.
Yeah, everything. I'm not going to do the full John Cena.
Yeah. Which I thought was a good bit.
Yeah, it was a funny bit. Yeah. Funny bit. All right, let's. But I wanted to mention this. So the top 5 best fast food chains to get a fish sandwich, according to the Washington Post. Number 5, Arby's Crispy Fish. Number 4, Bojangler Fish Sandwich. I don't even know that one. Wendy's Crispy Panko Fish Sandwich, although it could be more expensive at lunchtime. Burger King's Fiery Big Fish, and then Popeye's Classic Flounder Fish Sandwich, which I had on Friday.
All right, let me ask, before we go to the 2 o'clock call of the day, let me answer the question you asked before the break.
I forget what I even asked.
You asked, what would constitute a successful Lakers season?
Yeah.
If Rob Pelinka were here, he would say, we only compete for championships.
Correct.
We don't win the whole thing, the season's a failure.
Right.
I think Rob has to say that as the face of the franchise.
Sure.
I would say if they get back to the conference finals and let's say lose to Denver again, by any measure, that's a successful season.
Yeah.
Most of the year, people were saying they were going to be in the play-in. They still might be in the play-in tournament.
Right.
If they were to go to the third round of the playoffs, to me, that's success. What do you think?
I think if they get to the Western Conference semifinals, that's a success. Second round.
So win a 7-game series.
Correct. Win
so
the play-in.
a little more generous than me.
Then win a series and get to the Western Conference semifinals. I think that would be, and again, championship or bust. But that you would have to. I would consider a successful season. Given the ups and downs of this year.
When I try to form opinions on stuff like this, when I'm looking for wisdom, I often turn to Walrus.
Oh yeah, Walrus
in Encino.
Yeah,
Walrus, you're the 2:00 call of the day. How are you?
I'm doing very well, gentlemen. I got a 12-year-old day son at home, so living the dream.
Beautiful.
Good for you, man.
Thank you, man. Successful season has to be better than last year, which means we have to win at least one game. At least one. Can't get swept in the Western Conference.
That's
Finals.
fair enough.
Win one game in the Western Conference Finals.
I'll actually amend my position,
That's actually
Walrus.
a very good pick.
I think you are right, and I sold them short.
Go one game further than they did last year.
We not only need to get to the conference finals against Denver, we got to beat them once.
At least once.
Just one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the
way, John and Steve, let me ask, would you agree with me that only Denver is the team for me that we could swallow losing to? Like, even the Clippers, we've taken the season series. I was at that last Clippers-Lakers game where it's the last time the Clippers are the away team in their home locker room. What a great game that was. Phoenix, if those three guys are healthy. But really, though, if we
let me add one, Walrus. Let me add one team to your list. Have you seen any of the Lakers-Sacramento games this year?
You know what, man? They're a regular season team. I don't buy them in the postseason. We're the Lakers, John, I have a quick side question for you.
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
D'Angelo Russell drives me insane.
What'd you think of him on Friday night?
Incredible, John, but mountains and valleys. So my question, John, is this. I know you take for sleep, but have you ever thought to yourself when D'Angelo's having a terrible game, flipping a dummy at halftime?
I'll ask him. I don't think that would be recommended.
No, not you. No, not D'Lo. You, John. So that you can actually bear the awfulness that sometimes he plays on the court.
Well, Mace,
because when I'm at home, man, it's tough. It's tough unless he's throwing up a good game.
Mace, thanks, Walrus, for the
Thanks,
call.
Walrus.
I will say this about the gummies.
Yeah.
For me, and tell me if this is normal.
Okay.
They take a while to kick in.
Oh, of course, yeah, they do.
So I could probably take one at halftime. I mean, I never will because I got to drive home.
Oh, no, the fourth quarter would be a disaster for you if you took one.
No, I wouldn't because they normally take at least an hour.
You think an hour to hit?
For me. To kick in, yeah.
They can hit a little quicker for me.
I'm taking a lot.
Yeah, you are.
I'm taking 20 milligrams.
Yeah.
So the other day, Chris Ward at the Green Cross gave me the same thing I like, the heavy hitters lights out gummies.
Yep.
But he gave it to me in the form of a syrup, and he gave it to me in the form of a tablet that you put under your tongue.
Really?
So I'm going to try that tomorrow night when I'm in Sacramento because I don't have to get up.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Chris Ward's I got to get over to see Chris Ward because we're developing the Venice Mace strain of cannabis.
He showed me a prototyp of what the packaging might look like. And it's fantastic.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got to get over there. Get over there.
Yeah, I think you're going to be really happy with it. You want to take a couple more?
Yeah, let's take a couple more.
Steve on line 2. Hey, Steve, you're on ESPN LA. Hi.
Hey, guys. I've been listening to y'all since 96-90.
Beautiful.
Wow, thank you, man.
So I have a comment on the Lakers, and then if you'll allow me, I have a ghost story that I think you might find plausible.
Okay. Excellent. Let's do it.
What's your comment on the Lakers?
My comment on the Lakers, and the previous caller started to touch on it, but people mostly are favorites bettors. They don't know how to do anything other than to bet what the prognosticators say is the team to bet, and most people are looking to bet that. When you get into the playoffs, nothing that happened in the regular season determines what's going to happen in the playoffs. And the Lakers could play one of the worst teams in the playoffs, and that team could catch fire and win a couple of games or beat them. And as a result, I also think that the Lakers are capable of beating the Nuggets, and I'm in favor of the Lakers taking them as they come. Like to beat the best, to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Right.
Okay. Now, what is your plausible ghost story?
All right. This is. I swear.
Okay.
I'm from Southern Louisiana. My mother used to see ghosts, and I was raised on voodoo tales.
Excellent.
I was born in Chicago, Illinois, and on the south side of Chicago, we lived in a house that belonged to bootleggers in the 1920s, and they had all kinds of secret chambers and vaults in that house where you could hide liquor.
Okay, good.
From the revenuers. So when I was 3 and 4 years old, my mother used to come in to check on me at night, and I would be out of my bed, and they would have to search the whole house for me. And when they finally would go down in the basement where the furnace was, I'm an old guy, so this was back with coal-burning furnaces and like that.
Okay.
When they were coming down into the basement, they could hear me talking and laughing. This is when I'm 3 years old. And they went into this room that was a secret chamber off of one of the rooms in the basement that you couldn't even see how to enter it when you first walked into the door.
Right.
Besides that, it was completely dark. And they found me in that room talking to somebody. And when they asked me, I said, I'm talking to Polly.
Polly.
And they said, yeah. And they said, who is Polly? And I said, that's my friend. Mm-hmm. So they took me back up and put me back to bed.
Yep.
But in subsequent nights, they would find me out of the bed and go back down into that completely dark basement.
Talking to Polly.
Yeah, I think Polly came up to your bed, picked you up, carried you down there, and they probably levitated.
Yeah,
too.
probably levitated. I need pictures. Again, I need pictures. Bergman said, that's enough.
Yeah.
Bergman's like, that's enough.
Well, Greg, you love calls.
If you have a short ghost story, 877-710-ESPN, but it's got to be short.
I'm fine with that.
Tell a good, tight
You want some
ghost story.
disturbing NFL news, something you in particular will not be happy about?
Okay.
Leonard Floyd.
Yeah.
Niners. It's a good signing for them.
It is.
Yeah, former Ram.
It's
former
interesting because they're
Dolphin.
over the cap. They've got to cut ties with some people.
Money.
Yeah. Leonard Floyd.
That probably means that they are cutting somebody. I don't know who.
Yeah.
But
yeah, stuff is going down today.
He's a good edge rusher, and they still have Bosa, and
yeah, that's what the Rams need.
Niners are going to be good.
Yeah, Niners will be good again. I think the Rams are going to beat them this year. I think the Rams win the division this year for the first time in a couple of years.
Can we go back to the one call a day?
The ghost. Oh yeah, ghost story. Ghost story. 877-710-ESPN. Yeah, no, one ghost story per day. One ghost story per day.
Just one call. It was the 2 o'clock.
No, he doesn't even want one. He wants one call.
One call a day.
Yeah, he's uncomfortable with even the one call.
Yeah, no, the one. Actually,
Sedano's saying it right.
He's good.
It is the 2 o'clock call of the day.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes there's like
a
a 2:03 call of the day or 2:05 call of the day.
Let's just go back.
I want to know.
Sedano's like, no.
I want to know where Paulie is.
Yeah, where's
I would
Paulie?
like to meet Paulie.
In the basement.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Make
when
it special,
I don't bet them.
Mace. Make it special. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock call of the day.
Okay.
This is weird. I'm looking at Sedano on my TV on Around the Horn, and he's standing 5 feet from me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird.
All right, tell you what. Coming up next, couple of awkward interview situations.
I know one that you're talking about,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Okay,
I think it's really funny.
We'll do that coming up. In the meantime, this spring, get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. I'm a Hyundai guy driving Elantra. Maybe you want to check out the Sonata, which is really, really cool. The Ioniq 6 will blow you away, change your EV experience forever. As always, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty. 3 years, 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Hurry in today. All your Southern California Hyundai dealers, because these great deals will not last. Add more joy to every journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, which is going on now. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ES.
Use now.
All right, hey, look who is here. Pepe Mantilla is dropping in today. Pepe, what's going on the success of your Oscars ballot where you made, you were 10 and 13.
Pepe, I will say this. I was going to bet on you to beat Mason in this thing, and I'm very glad I didn't. What happened?
I wasn't focusing.
Focus.
Focusing.
Yes.
Yes.
Focusing.
You had a lack
Focusing.
of focus.
Concentrating. I want to say something if you give me a chance
Yes,
now.
you're
Yes.
the floor is yours,
Take it
Pepe
away,
Mantilla.
Pepe.
Take it away.
Have you heard of something called contra natura?
No, I don't think so.
Natura.
Against nature, right.
Natura,
Contra
okay.
natura.
Nature. Soccer is a sport that is against nature.
Why?
Why is
Because
it
you play
contra
with the-
natura?
Because you play with your foot.
Oh, got it.
Okay,
Feet,
gotcha.
with your feet, right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
When a quarterback is left-handed and he goes to the right, it's going to be against nature to pass to the left.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Many sports like that. What Dean Whitty did was against nature.
Dinwiddie on Friday night. So what Pepe's talking about is on Friday night, the Lakers were up 123-122, but Milwaukee had the ball with 5 seconds to go in the game. We knew it was Dame time. We knew they were going to Lillard.
Yep.
They went to Lillard, and Spencer Dinwiddie blocked the shot. That's what Pepe's talking about.
Normally, you go and block with the right. That's your nature.
Right.
Yeah, he's a right-handed guy.
He's a right-handed guy. So he went with the left. He went against nature, and it was a great play.
It saved the day. And let me ask you this, Pepe, about last night's game. You and I have called a lot of great AD games. There was a game last year in D.C. where he went for 56 and 17, and they just could not stop him, and he was getting every rebound. But I think that's the best game I've ever seen Anthony Davis play. How about you?
I agree. Me too. And to the commissioner, Mr. Greg.
Mr. Greg.
Do you remember what you said last time that I was here? Focus.
That's what Pepe said the
did
last
say
time.
that, Greg. You're not wrong, but that's not what he's going for.
Remember what you said?
What I said?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said 3 minutes ago.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
It's very.
What did he say?
What was it?
It's very convenient. Remember when I said the Lakers were going to win the 2 games?
He did.
You said, you're just saying that you don't know. And I said,
I didn't
you
know. I
don't
would never
know
say
me.
you don't know. I said you're being a homer.
Yeah, you're being a homer.
You didn't say that. You didn't say
Wait
that.
a minute. As Sedano was just in here, as George likes to say, both things can be true.
Right.
Pepe can be a homer like me.
Yep.
And he can also be correct. I didn't hear anybody else predict the Lakers going 2-0 this weekend.
Michael did.
Well, Wait,
it's the same as Pep. Okay, so they play Sacramento at Sacramento Wednesday. Is win or loss? No. You wait. You wait for a second.
They're going to win. They're going to win.
Okay, win, and then Saturday, Golden State.
They will win.
Okay, do you ever say no? They're going to lose.
Sometimes.
Denver.
Do you? I've not heard this.
He wouldn't pick him against Denver.
No, but what I'm saying is.
Yep.
Remember what I said about mirror?
Yes, the mirror. The mirror thing is 100%
Especially
true
against Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, boy, Giannis is so good.
He's amazing.
He's like we need Giannis to come up big tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Milwaukee at Sacramento.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
And so
knock Sacramento back a half,
and then we
would tie
Wednesday.
for the 7. Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
I hope that happens. But hey, Pepe, you're burying the lead.
What is the lead?
He was 10 and 13.
10 and 13 in the Oscars pool, Pepe.
Well, I said I wasn't concentrating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Number one, I wasn't concentrating, and number 2. A lot of those movies I haven't seen.
Right,
I mean,
yeah, none of us.
Did you know what I did
just
when you got home after the game last night? Did you watch a tape of the Oscars?
I started watching and then I
fell asleep.
Fell asleep, yeah. Didn't make it to the end.
No.
I fast-forwarded through. Mason gets mad at me when I say this, but I think that there's like 20 awards on there they should get out.
Yeah, no, I disagree.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care about sound editing, all right? Put that on the daytime show.
And I watched again
Yep.
the movie that you recommended.
Yeah.
The
Anatomy of a Fall.
And I know what happened.
Oh, so Ireland, you should watch this movie.
I never will.
No, you should.
Is it longer than 2 hours?
I don't.
The last movie you recommended for me was perfect.
This is probably
the last movie you told me to watch. Do you remember what it was?
No.
You said watch Anyone But You. It's
that's true.
It's an hour and 40 minutes. It's Sydney Sweeney running around in a bikini, and it's over. That's the type of movie I want to watch.
You won't watch this one for 2 reasons. It's longer, and it has subtitles.
It has subtitles,
Out.
But the beauty of that movie is it could go either way. We don't know if she did it or not.
Yeah, but
we all reach our own conclusion.
That's besides the point.
Yeah, what is the point?
The point is that the kid is very smart.
The kid is smart, yeah.
And he saves the mother.
Yeah, and the dog is smart, too.
Yeah.
So I discovered a new ChatGPT feature.
What is it?
Okay. Hang on a second.
Should we spring it on Lisa and not tell her?
This is a little bit different. Okay, here we go. How many championships have the Lakers won?
The Lakers have won 17 championships. Anything else you want to know about them?
Who is the Lakers' leading scorer right now? A little slow.
But it's
Riveting.
like it's like
Reading.
It's like
player for the Lakers. you might want to check the latest stats for the current leading scorer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Where is LA Live? Where is LA Live?
So what you're saying is it's like Google.
It talks, though. Does Google talk?
Well, you just say, hey, Siri, or hey, Google.
Hey, Siri, but it'll tell you whatever.
Alexa.
Yeah. Alexa, same thing.
Alexa?
They all talk back to you.
Yeah.
This isn't as novel as you think it is.
I had a whole conversation with it last night.
Yeah,
That's
I believe.
Call in too, whoever's on your phone.
Oh, yeah. Call ChatGTP.
That's not as.
I thought that was revolutionary.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to be
not
a
as
really good
unique
bit.
as you think
Not
it could
not
be.
as good a bit as I thought it was going
All
to
right,
be.
so let's go to this interview thing because.
Oh yeah.
Like, all right, so a little background here.
Yep.
Mason and I, when we first started working at ESPN, they said we want you guys to go to this seminar, and it was this guy named John Sawatsky,
And he was great.
Yeah,
it was one of the most valuable seminars I think I've had in my career.
And the first thing that John Sawatsky says is when you're interviewing someone, get to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask long, drawn-out questions. For example, Pepe, if I'm interviewing you, rather than say, Pepe, I see you have an interesting background. You were born in Mexico. You worked for the airlines. You changed careers midway. Then you got to the Lakers, and you've been here ever since. Tell me about your journey. Well, I just told you about the journey. My question took away your answer. So rather than say that, I should say, Pepe, how'd you get here? And then let you go.
Yeah.
So this reporter was covering the Tigers at spring training. What's this guy's
Andrew Chafin.
Okay.
Reliever.
Andrew Chafin is a reliever. Listen to the question, and then you'll hear a perfect answer from Andrew Chafin.
You still got that nasty slider. It looks as that thing's still just trying to clean up a little bit. And you talked about maybe, some little mental issues, but just getting the mind straightened away, throwing more strikes, cutting down on the walks, and then throwing that nasty slider.
You said a whole lot right there, and I can't remember exactly what you said.
yeah, I did.
Wasn't that a perfect answer?
Yeah, I don't know
You said
what
a
you
whole
said.
lot there, and I can't remember
I
anything
can't
you
remember
said.
any of it. He had like 7 points in that one question.
Yeah, and if you just would have said to him, Andrew,
What are you working on?
what have you been doing during spring training? Where are you at?
Yeah, exactly.
Then he could have said all the things that the interviewer asked.
But you two interview in the past.
Yes.
And isn't it true that the first question is like a question that you're going to break the ice to throw it
Right.
in?
Or no,
in the-
to welcome him in, like not a hard, like if I'm bringing you in under difficult circumstances, like let's say you're involved in a controversy, like you got suspended for doing something stupid, rather than, and you say, hey, I know Mason in Ireland, I know those guys, I'm comfortable going on with them, so I'm going to go on with them. The first question we would ask you wouldn't be, how could you be so stupid? Why did you do what you did?
That'd be the second question.
Right, it would. The first question would be, that's a cool jacket.
Yeah,
Why,
exactly.
Why does your jacket say?
Where did you get it?
Yeah.
And then why'd you say something so stupid? Now, I came up with another interview situation from over the weekend.
Okay.
This was a press conference by Utah State women's basketball coach Kayla Ard. Have you heard this one?
No.
Here it is.
And how do you plan to rebuild for next season?
I'm not going to be rebuilding. I just coached my last game at Utah State. I spoke with Diana, and they're going in a different direction, and I respect her decision, and I hope they get a really good coach in. I'm assuming that's going to be the last question. Thank you.
I guess that's going to be that's going to be the last question. Didn't even make it to the team bus.
Okay, Greg, the problem with that is the school mishandled it.
Yeah, you don't put her up there.
Right.
Right. Or you tell her after the bus goes back to school and the game is over, and then you can.
Or how about
I put her in that position.
Yeah. Well, how about the athletic director walks out and says, "Guys, Kayla will be in here in a minute, but I wanted to let you know I just told her what
She's
I'm
fired.
about to tell you.
Yeah.
She's coached her last game at Utah State. We're going to make a change." But we think we appreciate what she's done for us here. We know you'll have questions.
Yep.
I'll be here after the press conference if you want to talk to me. But I just wanted to let you know first, so that doesn't happen.
Correct.
But instead,
she announced her own firing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, it is crazy.
Yeah, I agree with Greg. You don't do that to the.
No,
rating.
you can't do that.
For
somebody
your,
in that
for
position.
your benefit and the benefit of the person.
Yeah. All right, let's do a little Pepe, you want to do a little baseball? We're going to do a little baseball. I've got ESPN released a list of the top 100 Major League Baseball players for this year. Dodgers place a number of players in the top 10. I want you to guess where they are. That's coming up next.
And I also I have a photo that somebody sent me of a ghost. And I want to know what you think.
That's what I'm talking about.
Was it on social
It's
or
Pauly.
was it
It was
direct?
Pauly?
Yeah.
No, it was on Instagram. DJ Ops sent it to me, and I want to know what you think.
Okay, excellent. We'll do that coming up, too. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, the NCAA tournament is almost here. Slee and I are in matching shirts. And you can come hang out with us at the Dine-In Pizza Hut on Magnolia Avenue in Anaheim on March 22nd. There is Dine-In Pizza Hut still out.
Listen, you eat pizza, you hang out with us.
Win.
College basketball going on. We're giving away a 75-inch 4K TV. Of course, we're going to be giving out specials the entire time. You know Pizza Hut's going to hook everybody up. What's better?
They have menu hacks that we can talk about. Come on out, hang out with us. Pizza Hut in Anaheim, Magnolia Avenue, March 22nd. Don't
miss out.
That.
All right, so a lot of people on Twitter are saying that the Lakers were 2.5-point dogs on Friday night, not 2.5-point favorites, which means a lot of people.
How many is a lot? More than one?
Like at Analytics Trends. I mean, think of that name. That name means he must know what's going on.
That's one.
And
He's a troll. No,
yeah, that guy is a troll.
Is he a troll?
That
But
guy,
he's trolling on my
jerk.
behalf,
Yo,
so I
that-
like him.
He's a jerk.
Yeah.
That guy.
Is he
Laura,
really a bad
Laura,
guy?
the only person he hates more than you is me.
Really?
Oh, really? Does he
yeah.
hate
Well,
you?
he
Oh
used
my
to hate
God.
me. I think he likes me
Does
now.
he
but
like you?
Yeah.
No, but he used to
He
absolutely
has
despise me.
12 followers.
I love that he trolls you
That
because
doesn't matter.
we're doing something right when
Right.
we get trolled.
And
Yeah,
by the
no,
way,
he's
if
got
you-
13 followers, by
Oh,
the way.
one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He
picked
also
up
says,
them
can somebody
yesterday.
tell John Ireland to stop clicking on on his pen. He's obviously watching on social media.
This is for you.
You're a clicker, exactly. Yeah.
No, but so he couldn't find any content to criticize, so he decided to criticize me for clicking on a pen.
Yeah. Damn you, pen clicker.
And he's one of those guys. He rips Laura and he rips me, and he listens every day.
Yeah, that's why I say thank you for
Do you
listening.
do you
Loves the show.
block him?
No, I
I'm
don't
clicking
block
my
him.
pen too now.
No, I don't.
Don't block
I'm not
people.
a big blocker.
I don't really
Clicking
care.
concert.
Yeah.
We're all clicking.
Hey, Analytic Trends, this is for you.
This is for you.
This is 4 people clicking at the same time.
All right.
That is kind of annoying.
So, Bergman, you showed me a picture that somebody sent you of a ghost. I'm using air quotes.
So this is-
big air quotes. Ghost.
Yeah, just because you're a non-believer. But DJ Ops on Instagram
Yes.
sent this to me, and
Okay.
it's under a place called Suicide Bridge in Pasadena.
Oh my God, that place
And
is
it's
creepy.
it's a woman and a guy, and they have a dog, and they're taking a picture.
Yep.
And in the background, there's obviously a demon back there.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. I can't
Obviously,
tell-
that's obviously a demon.
I don't know what else it could possibly be.
Yeah,
It's a demon.
I think, and by the way, I really do believe this. It's a stack of rocks.
That's ridiculous.
It is
Absolutely
a complete
insanity.
No,
rock
that
stack.
is 100% a ghost.
No, a rock stacker put that there to make people think.
Showed it to
Greg, I'm
Ireland.
with you. 100%
Not a
a
ghost.
I showed it to Laura. Laura, what do you
Oh,
think?
100% a ghost. And
Did I
if
show
you've
it to
never
Pepe?
been there,
Pepe.
ghost.
No, you didn't show it.
You want to
to
see
me.
it? Do you
You
believe in
ignored
ghosts?
Pepe on this one. Yeah, show it to Pepe.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts, Pepe?
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
No,
Alright, you're
Pepe?
gonna-
You guys are no fun.
Made up BS.
All right, so you said you have a list of the 100 best baseball players.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's courtesy ESPN. I've got the top 100,
All right,
but
so
I think we do the
Bergman,
top 10.
Let's see if Greg, let's see, and Pepe, you can help. Let's see if we can get the top 10 before we get 3 strikes.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Shohei Ohtani is somewhere on that list.
Shohei Ohtani is number 9.
Wait, what is the criteria here?
So this list is bogus.
Right, this is what they say.
Wait.
Ohtani will not win his 3rd MVP. He'll run away with his 3rd Silver Slugger. He'll hit over 300 for a second straight year and drive in 120 runs. He'll flirt with 50 homers too. But he's got him at number 9.
Okay,
How
Greg.
about Mookie?
Yeah,
Mookie Betts.
100%.
Mookie Betts is there. Number 4 is Mookie Betts.
Freddie Freeman's on there
No,
too.
hold on.
Yeah, he's definitely on there.
Top 10?
Yes,
Wait a minute.
100%.
I think Ronald Acuna is before Freddie Freeman.
Ronald Acuna is absolutely on there, but
All right,
so
let's go Ronald Acuna.
Number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, he's the guy that can steal 70 bases.
Do you think I don't think he is Pepe and Greg.
Freddie?
But do you think Mike Trout is
No,
on that
absolutely
list?
not.
No.
Absolutely
Okay.
not. Matt Olson is probably on that list from the Braves, first baseman, 100%.
100%? You going?
All right, you say 100%?
100%.
He's one of the best.
That means there's absolutely not even a
All right,
1% chance that
we're
you're
gonna
wrong.
let
I get the
Greg-
first strike?
Yeah.
No, he's in the top 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, he's not.
Mr. 100%.
I'm
So
shocked.
Number
I'm shocked.
12. He's
I'm
number
shocked.
12, so
Yeah,
you
he-
weren't completely.
Yeah.
You just went.
Off.
Sorry, so
he
that's
was in the top 4 of MVP.
One
last year.
strike.
Wait, who do we have? We have number 1.
You have number 1, Ronald Acuna.
Number
You have
9.
number 4, Mookie Betts.
Okay.
You don't
And you
think
have number
Freddie's on
9,
All right,
Shohei.
I'm gonna wait. Would Corey Seager be ahead of Freddie Freeman?
Probably.
No.
I agree with you.
Corey, he was a he was
Laura,
World
you're a
Series
no
MVP
on Corey
last year.
Seager?
Yeah, Corey Seager's
They
going to be
won the whole
AL
thing
MVP.
last year.
Yeah, he's
Ahead.
probably AL MVP.
I'll go no.
He's in the top 10.
All right,
Do
so
you think he's in the top 10?
3 of us think he's in the top
High,
10. Laura,
well, I say high, but you said higher than Freddie.
no, but you
Oh,
said
okay.
top 10.
Is he in the top 10?
Is he in the top 10?
Yeah, but I think Freddie's
Okay,
in the
Corey
top 10.
Seager.
Number 6.
Okay. So we've got 4 of them. All right, now you guys.
Aaron Judge.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge
For
is
sure.
number 2.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right,
Okay,
so
so
we've
is
got
this pitchers
5, and we
also,
have
or
one,
is it-
two- Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, but
Pitchers 2. But
but-
I will tell you that
there probably aren't very many
there's
pitchers.
only one pitcher
it would
in the
probably
list.
be Garrett Cole, but now that he's possibly injured.
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
this was written before
Yeah.
that. I agree with you. Are we
Garrett
all in
Cole.
agreement on Garrett Cole?
I'm in agreement.
All right,
Number
Garrett Cole.
7.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, by the way, he's being they're getting multiple opinions on his elbow now, but it does not sound good for Garrett Cole.
Only one pitcher?
Only one pitcher in the top 10,
All right.
yes.
Greg, you don't think Manny Machado's on there, do you?
No, I don't.
No.
I
And
think,
no
what
Juan
about,
Soto.
What about Julio Rodriguez in
Yes.
Seattle?
Yes. That's a good one. Julio Rodriguez in
Julio
Seattle,
Rodriguez,
top 10.
for sure.
He is not in the
Okay,
top
so
10.
that's 2 strikes. All right, so do you guys want to guess Freeman's? All 3 of you think Freeman's
I
top
think
10?
Freddie.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, I disagree, but we'll go Freeman.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So we got 7, but we're down to our last strike.
By the way, and that gives the Dodgers 4, 5, and 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still don't have number one, huh?
No, we do.
You have number one.
Ronald Acuna. We have one, and Aaron Judge is two.
You've mentioned his name.
Wait, which one? Where?
No, but you can't tell us any more than that. So
no, that was who else did we mention?
You mentioned his name.
You mentioned Matt Olson. And
Matt Olson,
12. He was 12.
Right. That's right. So it's got to be Machado. He's the only one we mentioned. We didn't do, right?
We didn't do, and nobody else. So
all right, Machado.
Strike 3.
Wait, but you said you mentioned a name.
We said we mentioned the name.
Maybe we did mention another name.
Yeah, maybe we did. What's the name we mentioned?
Juan Soto.
We didn't mention him.
I did.
You did?
Yeah,
I didn't. I would have gone with Soto for sure.
I wouldn't have put him in there because he had such a bad year last year.
No, he had a great year. First 40 home run season.
So that means there's two we didn't get.
Yeah, by the way, just to be clear, Juan Soto had a bad year 2 years ago. Last year, 40 home runs, best on-base percentage in Major League Baseball, most runs scored in the majors.
The Padres had a bad year and nobody noticed.
Exactly.
All right, so who are the two we missed?
Ronald Acuna 1, Aaron Judge 2, Juan Soto 3, Mookie Betts 4, Freddie Freeman 5. Corey Seager 6. You got that.
Yeah.
Garrett Cole number 7. Number 8 is Yordan Alvarez. Might not have gotten them from the Astros,
but I would have thought Rodriguez from Seattle would have been there for sure.
9 is Shohei, and 10 is Corbin Carroll from Arizona.
I mean, he was really good.
He
rookie
is
of the year, right?
Yeah, rookie year. Great player. I'm looking for J-Rod. He is number 18.
18, yeah, top 20. So
top 20. So you're right there in the ballpark.
Who was 11?
Number 11 was
we mentioned like a Bobby Witt Jr. or something like that.
Adley Rutschman from
Adley
the
Rutschman. I was
Orioles.
I was going to say somebody from the Orioles.
Yeah, good player.
Greg, you should know all of them.
Yeah, you should, Greg.
You're
the host of the Blue Review every day.
You're the expert. You're the expert.
Yeah.
You notice I ducked out before you could ask me onto the Blue Review today?
I didn't even, we were in a meeting. We couldn't do it.
But, I thought it was...
There was no Blue Review?
No. Parker Bell did it, solo.
Oh, Parker did it. Yeah. Oh, right. It happened during the meeting.
It was during the meeting.
Because I ducked out of here. I was like, I'm out. We had a meeting. I'm out. I'm going to go to my car. I talked to my shrink, and I also took a nap.
Yeah. You want to do it tomorrow?
Nice. If it was any other day,
I'll have Travis do it. He'd be happy to. He likes.
Yeah, I'll try to work it out. For I'll try to work it out.
That's all I did do. I had to just throw Travis in there.
Yeah, throw Travis. I'll be on the show. Exactly.
All right, you heard that, Parker. Get Mason a link tomorrow.
Yeah, give me a link.
I have an update on the Al Pacino story.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
If you weren't with us earlier in the show,
wait 1 second. Laura has something to say.
Pepe, okay. I love you, pero you didn't do that great on your picks, and Greg did better on the player, choosing the players.
You're supposed to be an expert when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
Well, but he didn't focus.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. Didn't do that.
All right.
The horse, Laura. I thought that you were on my side.
I'm always on your side.
Mason, pero in the year 2024.
Yes.
Who do you think tracked down Al Pacino to get the details of what happened last night? I think you'll get this in one guess.
TMZ.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. The legendary actor told TMZ, quote, "There seems to be some controversy about my not mentioning every film by name last night before announcing the Best Picture award. I just want to be clear, it was not my intention to omit them, rather a choice by the producers not to have them said again since they were highlighted individually throughout the ceremony. I was honored to be a part of the evening and chose to follow the way they wished for this award to be presented." He finished by saying he feels bad for any of the nominees who weren't mentioned. He says, "I realize being nominated is a huge milestone in one's life, and not to be fully recognized is offensive and hurtful. I say this as someone who profoundly relates with filmmakers, actors, and producers. So I deeply empathize with those who have been slighted by this oversight." Mace.
Yeah. He did what they told him to do.
Right. ChatGPT wrote this.
Oh.
Had to, don't you think?
Yeah.
There's only one thing that I can say regarding that.
Yeah.
Woo-ah.
Oh, I like Pepe's impression of Pacino. Do it again.
Woo-ah.
Woo-ah.
Can we pull that? That was completely clean.
Yeah.
Woo-ah. I said it.
Woo-ah.
Woo-ah.
Woo-ah is right.
That's what I said.
Woo-ah.
I said it in Spanish.
Yes.
There you go.
In Spanish, it's woo-ah.
All right, we're gonna get Greg and Laura in here and do some What's Up Fool.
Yes.
By the way, I'm glad Pepe's here today because it's my game for Game of Games, which is in an hour, and it's a Oscars themed game.
Excellent.
Mace, and I was worried that you were going to run away with it. And so when I saw Pepe last night at the game, I mentioned this to him. He said, well, I may be in the area. I'll pop in. And now that I know you went 10-13, I think Mason's going to run away with it.
Yeah. You put a lot of pressure on me. Come on.
Right.
Oh, you're the only
Pepe,
one that can
you'll be
beat
happy
me.
to know that my game is completely multiple choice.
That's great.
There you go.
Yeah. By the way,
That's great.
I ended up 18-5.
That's good.
And Emily ended up 17-6.
That's good. Congratulations.
And
to
Pepe
you
ended up
and
10
You
and
are
13.
the San Antonio
remember the last
Spurs
time
of the Oscar
last
game.
time you asked me, and I said Jessica Chastain is going to win, and you had somebody else.
Correct,
And-
yes.
Okay, so
You're
sometimes
choosing an anecdotal piece of evidence from some years ago.
Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I'm
That-
not perfect.
There you go.
okay?
You're not.
That is breaking news.
Less than perfect.
right
At
there.
10-13, you are not.
You
perfect.
are not perfect. You are the opposite of perfect. All right. Coming up next for you, What's Up, Fool? Bergman's got stuff. Laura's got stuff. For me and Ireland and Pepe, 710 ESPN.
Do you guys want to mention that I'm doing ZipRecruiter maybe before?
I
it's
said it in
time?
your ear. Did you not hear me?
I did not hear you.
Oh, I did.
But I'm
though.
happy to talk about ZipRecruiter.
Yeah, do
That's
it.
my friend Ian Siegel.
Ian Siegel,
I
yeah.
just sent him a text this morning because on Friday night, the folks from ZipRecruiter came and visited Michael and I at the broadcast site. ZipRecruiter is where you go if you are hiring. It's also where you go if you need a job. It can now take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. That's 2.5 months. As Ian says, they don't leave anything to chance at ZipRecruiter, and right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. So if you are hiring for an open position, try that website, and you can use ZipRecruiter for free. Here it is again, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Wait, still using an old
5. What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away,
You
Corporate
know what we're
Greg.
doing in here, Bergman?
I have no idea what
Lines
you're
from The Godfather. We're just racking up lines from The Godfather. Ireland's been watching a lot lately.
But The Godfather's been on TV a lot lately. It's
a great movie.
And so we were talking about people that come into a movie and have like a great 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
The guy who played Jack Woltz, who owned the studio, the guy who wakes up with the horse's head in his
Oh,
bed.
yeah.
That guy was great.
Great.
And so was Alex Rocco, who played Mo Green.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
He was awesome.
And John Cazale, the guy that played Fredo, was only in 5 movies, and they were all nominated
All
for Best
nominated
Picture,
for Best
right?
Picture. Yeah, and you know who his girlfriend was?
I know, Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, yeah.
wow.
Yeah, Meryl Streep, that was one of the great loves
That
of her
guy-
life.
Yeah, that
Great,
guy.
Power
great
couple.
actor.
Yeah, great actor.
Great
Great
All right,
actor.
Bergman, what do you
Absolutely.
got?
All right, so UCLA obviously doesn't do very well when it comes to NIL, right?
No.
Right?
It's just funny.
Chip
Right, so-
Kelly apparently didn't believe in it.
No, he was ridiculous and never want to hear his name again. But either way, according to UCLA Bruins athletic department media release, 5th-year swimmer Aislinn Walsh decided to do something better herself. She founded a group of all athletes to create a NIL group so they can all do it themselves. The athletes themselves can do NIL. And it says...
So they've done their own collective.
They're doing their own. It's going to. She says, I started this club to create a community of individuals who share similar interests on social media and to create a judgment-free zone on something I feel that can be easily judged by our peers. Is this ridiculous that it has to go to the athletes to get this done?
Well, what you need in an NIL collective more than anything else is somebody or someone or some company with deep, deep pockets. I don't see where the money comes from in this collective. Do you?
They're going to become influencers, essentially. They use their social media platforms to create NIL opportunities
more
for
power
themselves.
to
Here's the
if they
thing.
can do
I
it.
totally root for him. I
It's
hope it
amazing.
works. It's really not right that there's no collective for them. Most schools at this point have got some kind of NIL collective. These are women who are involved in what?
It's just all athletes. So it's
just all athletes.
Yeah. So this is a 5th-year swimmer was the one that Aislinn Walsh. She was the one that started the group.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're trying to get NIL
Yeah, make
deal
what-
for
make what you
themselves.
can.
Cool, good, do
Sure.
what you got to do. But UCLA needs to go out there and actually do this for them as well.
I think it's a good idea for them to do it. I hope they can do it, and I hope they somehow they find the support.
Yeah, make some money at it. I'm for them.
What's up, fool? All right, guys. So Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes
Yep.
took their 3rd straight Big Ten tournament championship this season by winning an OT against Nebraska. Caitlin's way of celebrating was recreating one of Kobe's iconic pictures, but the internet wasn't so happy about her doing so because they say that Kobe won an actual NBA champion and she's only won a college championship. So for me, it was like Kobe was so big on women's sports, especially
Right.
basketball. Like, why are people so mad? Like, why are so mad?
Because the world is angry.
Like,
And then social media is where all the trolls and a-holes live. And so,
Pepe's face.
yeah, it is. I took it as her honoring Kobe, and I thought it was cool.
Me too, and you know why? Because they don't have anything better to do or to say,
true.
you know?
Right.
Because I think that's a great honor.
Yeah.
And I really love her for doing that.
Yeah. Look, there is going to be somebody that takes the other side in every single debate in the world, and you put something out there and you think you're doing something nice, and somebody's going to tell you you're an a-hole, and really the a-hole is the one that told you that. There is so much of this. You put out something simple, something kind, you can't even, like Pepe. You put out your morning greeting every day, right?
That's right.
Sometimes underneath it, you get, "Oh, shut up, Pepe."
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody
really,
will tweet that.
And by the way, what he's putting out there is something along the lines of be kind to each other and
Yes.
have a great day.
Shut up, Pepe.
Shut up, Pepe.
Yeah.
What in the world?
No, nobody says that.
Yeah,
to me.
I saw a "Shut Up, Pepe."
Yeah.
didn't
Over the
see it.
weekend, it's Saturday morning.
I didn't.
There was a
that's
"Shut Up,
probably
Pepe."
somebody that is unhappy in life.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a you problem.
Yes.
Yeah, Laura, I thought it was cool what she did.
I thought
And
it was
my
cool.
guess is that Kobe's family, who is a huge supporter of women's sports, probably thought it was cool too.
Yes.
Yeah, bleep you people.
Yeah,
These are-
exactly. Bleep you people.
What's up, fool? Okay, this one's mine again. So the Target Corporation has launched a paid membership program. I don't know if you guys are Target fans, but they're essentially doing something very similar to Amazon. My question to you guys is, do we really need another subscription? I feel like Amazon owns that space.
Yeah, we talked about
yeah.
this one day when you were gone last week.
Oh, my
Well, that's the Wendy's situation, right?
No, this is Target starting a service identical to Amazon Prime.
Oh, right. So they're delivered like Walmart has it already.
Right. And so what I compared it to on that day, Laura, was when ESPN came up with Sports Center, a bunch of other networks tried to copy it. You know, like Fox Sports came out with a regional sports report, and then they hired those two guys from Canada and did a network sports report. It's too late. ESPN owns the space. And I think Amazon, it's too late to catch them. You should, unless Target or Walmart or one of these other places comes up with a different spin on their delivery service that offers something that Amazon doesn't. I'm just staying with Amazon.
Yeah, some people use Walmart's delivery service. They got in after Amazon, but I just don't think there's any beating Amazon. They've got too much stuff, and it's literally the first place I go when I need something. So, yeah, I good for them. I hope Target does well. I have nothing against, but Amazon, you can't beat.
Are they going to charge for this?
Yes.
Yeah, a subscription.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Forget it. Yeah, I have too many subscriptions.
Okay.
What's up, fool?
Well, kind of staying on the subscription situation, I felt a little bit under the weather yesterday, so I decided to order Uber Eats.
Okay.
I have a big issue with my Uber Eats not finding my apartment, even though I am very specific on what to do and how to get there.
So where does it go wrong? Where do they get lost?
There's 5 lobbies where I'm at.
Okay.
So, but mine is essentially the first one, and it says leasing office. So that's the first thing I put. It's the lobby. It says leasing office. So, anyways, I tip pretty well. I feel like I tip pretty well. Yesterday, my food arrived an hour and 45 minutes. So it was super late. It was so cold. There was things missing. And my boyfriend was like, take away the tip. Not all of it, but some of it.
You stumbled into a disagreement with Mason in Ireland. Mason would not tip this person.
Well, you had to pre-tip. I pre-tipped.
Wait a minute. Were they mean?
They were just bad.
They were bad, and then they missed stuff, and then on top of
Delivered it to the wrong place, hour and 45 minutes late, order not correct.
Hour and 45 minutes
but
late.
then
But were they mean?
Yes, because I was like, hey, how can I help you? How can I help you? I even offered to go down to the lobby and try to eventually I had to go flag them down. But Christian's like, listen, I've done, delivered Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever to make money. He goes, you should definitely take away the tip. You gave a good tip. And I'm like, I can't. So we got into this whole argument.
Right.
So should have I taken away some or all of the tip for that?
Mace, I would not. Mace,
I didn't.
Take it away.
It all comes down to temperament. I understand being in the weeds. I know sometimes people screw up orders, all that kind of stuff. But were they mean about it?
They were mean because I offered and I was down there, and the guy, when I called, he was screaming at me.
Yeah, mean is inexcusable. I would not have tipped at all.
Pepe, how about you?
I wouldn't tip if the guy is not nice.
If they're nice and lost and having a hard time, I get it. But if they're a jerk to my face, forget it.
The thing is, you pre-tip, so it's I feel bad taking it away.
Wait, you can remove a tip you've already sent?
On Uber Eats, yes, you can.
I will take it away, and in fact, I will call and say this guy was nasty to me, and that's why I took.
By the way, I would think that if somebody was minding the store in this situation, that they would just comp your order.
That's right.
I didn't even bother because Uber Eats has really bad service.
Yeah. I generally speaking, delivery guys get $20 at my house.
Okay, you would tip way better than I do.
$20 tops or $20
way
flat.
better
What do you
than I
give
do.
when a delivery person?
I give them 20% of what I ordered.
Me too.
Yeah, I do
See,
20, 25.
So if it's
a
$100 delivery, I give them 20. If it's 50, I give them 10.
Yeah.
But Mace, you use the other one. You don't use.
I use Grubhub. That's
Yeah.
my go-to.
That's a better one.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Grubhub is better than
Really?
Uber Eats. Yeah. But yeah, no, I was at a restaurant down at the Mission Inn a couple of weeks ago, and my order was totally forgotten. But the girl was super nice about it and very apologetic, and she got 25%. So it's a matter of temperament more than it's how they, if they're screwing up the order.
Exactly, because you're going to be paying, okay?
Yep.
They're not giving you the food for free.
Right.
You're going to be paying. So the person that is serving you the food has to be nice, even if the food is not ready because of the kitchen or whatever.
Exactly. Thank you, Pepe. Thank you. All right. That it?
That's it.
Okay, cool. By the way, Brian's out today, just in case you were wondering. Laura is operating the ship. Coming up next for you, let's circle back around to the Lakers, who pulled off a back-to-back over the weekend. Not a back-to-back exactly, but Friday and Sunday. Last night they beat Minnesota. Plus a lot of movement in the NFL today. We'll update you on all the free agency movement, too. Mason in Ireland. Pepe's hanging out. 710 ESPN.
All right, Parker.
Travis and Sliwa.
All right, Parker. Little Otani and Dodger blue. Yeah, why are you looking at the camera? I don't know. Let's start over. All right, Parker. Dodger spring training. That's right, Greg. Otani and Dodger blue. Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one. Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back. Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. I like that idea. What do you say, 9:30, 9:55? Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests. Maybe Marcus Grant. Travis Rogers, perhaps? Yep. Just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in. Oh, you always want to have the handsome man president right there. Absolutely. All right, well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason in Ireland is on for your Monday afternoon.
Oh, shut up.
Here we go. Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Lakers last night taking care of the Timberwolves. We're going to react. Plus, NFL free agency is on. A lot of action going on. We'll recap it and talk about it. And there was a big 9 a.m. staff meeting today that Steve Mason actually showed up to and didn't throw a tantrum. Look at that. Let's get to it. The biggest show on the radio, celebrating 20 years at ESPN Los Angeles.
We just have to focus on what they're doing.
Did you just curse?
Focus.
Focus is what he was saying.
What?
But it did sound like the F word.
Mason and Ireland, your Monday afternoon right now.
Up front, 3 o'clock hour. Pepe is hanging out today. The Lakers won a couple over the weekend. Friday night, D'Angelo went nuts. Last night, Anthony Davis had a night for the ages. And the historical perspective on what AD did last night is just amazing.
All right, so here's the background. He had 27 points, a season-high 25 rebounds, and 7 steals. His 7 steals were a career high and the most by a Lakers player since 2015. His rebounding total was one shy of his career high and the most by a Lakers player since Dwight Howard in 2013. And Pepe and I think it may be the best game we've ever seen him play. He's had games where he's gone for 50-plus. He's had other 20 rebound games.
But 27, 25, well, how many steals?
7 steals.
Seven
by
steals,
the way,
yeah.
is a career high for him, and it's also the most steals in a game ever. He's tied with 2 other players, but nobody's had more than 7 steals in a game.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How many
Ever?
How many blocks did he have?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that for real? Never?
That's what somebody told me. Maybe it's no, it's this year. 7 blocks.
Okay.
Yeah, because somebody at some point had more than
He
7.
was only 2 blocks away from a 5x5.
Yeah, which she's only done once before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Herb Jones and one other guy. Oh, Shea. Gilgeous-Alexander
Shea.
had 7 steals. So, yeah, it's this year. 7 steals
Right,
is the season high for this year.
They were playing really good, and he was playing with gusto, really, seriously. He wanted the ball every time, and he was getting it.
Well, I think he saw that Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns were out. And
Said, I'm going to make some hay.
I'm going to go. Pepe, did you ever see the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yes.
He went full Charles Jefferson.
That's
Forrest
right.
Whitaker in Fast Times. Forrest Whitaker was part of the Oscars last night.
Yes, he was.
one of
He
the
gave away
presenters.
one of the best actors.
Yeah.
And he won an Oscar.
He did for playing.
I know.
Yeah.
Idi Amin.
Idi Amin.
Idi
Yeah.
Amin.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
But
this
now,
is
by the way, the Lakers had 4 games last week. They went 3-1. This week, they only have 3 games. So they've got some time in between games. They had the game last night.
Yep.
They don't play again until Wednesday in Sacramento. And then they don't play again until Saturday.
Right.
When the Warriors come here. We don't know if Steph will be available for that game. He's got a sprained ankle. He didn't play on Friday night. They said he's going to be out at least a week. A week would be when they play the Lakers. So we'll see if Steph's
And
going
the
to play.
important thing for Davis is to play well against Sabonis. If he plays like he played yesterday, the Lakers will win.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
I'm
Pepe,
looking.
do you know this? That Domantas Sabonis, since he got traded to Sacramento, and Anthony Davis, since he got traded to the Lakers, have met 9 times. Do you know what Davis's record against Sabonis is?
0-9.
0-9.
Isn't that weird?
Very
I mean,
weird.
nobody would take Domantas
Very
Sabonis
weird.
ahead of Anthony Davis.
Because
but
Sabonis has, I don't know, he goes to the ball. Even if he's behind the guy that is trying to box him out, he gets the ball. I don't know how he
Yeah, I mean,
does that.
I hate to say this, but Wednesday is going to be another must-win situation, a chance to pull within 1/2 of the 7, or if Sacramento loses tonight, a chance to be in the 7 hole with
So,
Sacramento.
By the way, the all-time record for consecutive double-doubles
Yeah.
is 53, held by Kevin Love.
Okay.
He did it in the 2010-2011 season.
Right.
Domantas Sabonis has 47 straight double-doubles.
Wow.
So he's coming
He's
up
closing
on that
in
record.
on that record. Yeah.
I asked Michael if this Sabonis is better than the father, and he said no way.
Yeah, the father was regarded as one of the greatest passers of all time.
Great guy.
Arvydas Sabonis, who
Arvydas.
we only saw him play at the end of his career, but
Right.
he was like this great
He
international
played with
player.
Portland against the Lakers when the Lakers beat Portland.
When they came from 15 down.
behind.
Yeah.
So, aside from the Lakers, and again, at Sacramento tomorrow night, and then Golden State on Saturday, the free agency is wide open in the NFL. It is the first day of the new NFL year, new NFL year, I guess that's what they call it, yeah. And among the big moves, Russell Wilson winds up in Pittsburgh.
Right.
That's what I said, that he was going to Pittsburgh. It's on the tape.
There you go.
It's on the tape.
Check the tape.
Check the tape.
Kirk Cousins is going to Atlanta. And one of the stranger moves of the day, Saquon Barkley's changing teams within the division. He's going to Philadelphia. Leonard Floyd's going to San Francisco. Who's the guard the Rams signed?
Jonah Jackson, 3 years, $51 million. He comes from that Detroit offensive line that was so good. Big payday for him, and Kevin Dotson signed the other day. Alaric Jackson has a qualifying offer, so the Rams are really focused on that offensive line right now.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
That's very important.
And he's going with a bigger offensive line than he has in the past. And I think that's a sign that they have great confidence in being able to run the football with Kyron Williams. It's a sign, well, they know they've got to protect Matthew Stafford because he's the key to everything.
On the left side.
On the left side, yeah, exactly. So Kevin Dotson and now Jonah Jackson are on that offensive line for the Rams. Let's see, other Saquon Barkley went from the Giants to the Eagles.
Gardner Minshew went to the Raiders. And, Greg, this is I want to give somebody credit for this. West Coast Fin Fan.
Oh, we like West Coast Fin Fan.
Wrote,
I don't know.
$25 million for 2 years is backup money. Starters are getting 50+ per year.
Oh, so maybe they still are in Justin Fields.
Maybe we aren't dead for Justin Fields.
I mean, you're still giving $12 million a year to a backup. So, like, we've seen it in football year in and year out. You need to have a good backup. So,
right.
And Minshew can.
Unless you play for the Rams, who don't care about their
backup.
backup.
I think they seem more
if they go that Wentz,
engaged
sure.
now. I mean, they realized they lost that game in Green Bay last year with Brett Rippon at quarterback. Then they went out and signed Carson Wentz. I think maybe the Rams now have a grasp on that. They were fishing around.
They don't have anybody right now.
They were fishing around for Zach Wilson from the Jets, at least a guy who's got starting experience, who Sean McVay can figure out. I trust Sean McVay with quarterbacks. So, but they're going to invest in backup quarterback, I think, this year, and that's interesting. If Gardner Minshew is your backup, and they wind up with Justin Fields, I think that is a great get for the Raiders.
And what are the possibilities that they end up with Fields?
Well, they're going to have to. Chicago's going to have to get something in return for him. But I think the market. I was watching Get Up this morning, and Dan Orlovsky was saying they originally wanted to get a second-round pick for Fields, and he says he thinks that ship has sailed. He doesn't think they're going to get a second-round pick for Fields. He says it's probably a third or fourth rounder. If I'm the Raiders and they'll take that, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
a third or fourth round pick for Justin Fields.
The other one is
not?
That's a gift.
The Packers signed Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
And they cut bait with Aaron Jones.
Hey, Greg, I wouldn't mind us getting Aaron Jones on the Raiders. He's not terrible.
If you can get him for cheap. But also Zamir White, actually, the second half of the season was pretty damn good. So I'd be okay with just him right now.
They got
don't pay running backs.
Jones? Wow, Jones had a good season.
Well, yeah, but they got Josh Jacobs.
Josh
Jacobs is better than Aaron Jones.
Right. Yeah, I would take Josh Jacobs at this point in his
Jacobs
career.
had a good year 2 years ago, but he was always up and down, and he didn't even have that good of a year last year.
He was hurt.
To be honest. Yeah, but so he was 2 years before that, and he didn't have a good year. He had a good year early on, and then he had a good year 2 years ago, and that was it. That's really all you got from Josh Jacobs.
He did have a monster year, and you wonder if in that year where he led the league in touches, and let's see, that was 2012, if that didn't take some steam out of him, because he ran for 800 yards and 6 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, everything dropped.
So he really did, after touching the ball 340 times in 2022, 233 last year, and half the yardage they had the year before. So maybe, we see running backs disappear quickly, tail off fast. Maybe Josh Jacobs is in that situation right now.
I was thinking about watching the Oscars last night.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest movie star in the world right now?
I think it's a really easy answer.
You think it's Tom Cruise?
I do. I think it's Tom Cruise.
Although he's weird, so I'm not sure that, I guess this is the way I would ask the question. You walk into a restaurant, and there's Tom Cruise in one corner, and Denzel Washington in another, and Meryl Streep in another corner, and Leonardo DiCaprio in the other one.
And don't forget the Rock.
The Rock is another one. He was there last night. Sure.
So those 5 people, what table gets the most attention?
I
personally think it is Cruise.
I think Cruise is too weird.
But I think that's one of the reasons why he gets the most attention. You're looking at him, waiting.
Do you think he might jump on the table?
Jump on the table or get engaged all of a sudden.
Try and turn you into a Scientologist?
Or shout out Xenu. I don't know.
It could be.
I did not say that.
They're coming for you.
Yeah, I know.
You want to drive my car home so they don't kill you?
It could be DiCaprio.
It could be DiCaprio.
Yeah, I mentioned him.
Yeah.
It could be.
He gets the most attention if it's a table full of 22-year-old models.
That's right.
Right, who think he's old and weird, apparently.
Yes, at least one says no.
I didn't see Cruise there last night.
No, Cruise was not there. I like Cruise because he makes old-fashioned, big, gigantic movies. Like, that's what the business really needs. They need somebody who's committed to making movies. Like, he's making one now because they've already done Mission Impossible 2. They shot that at the same time they did Mission Impossible 1. But he's shooting a movie now where they actually shoot on the International Space Station, and Tom Cruise is going to the International Space Station to shoot the movie there. Now, nobody else goes to those lengths.
Wow.
That's why they invented studios. You don't actually have to go to the International Space Station, but Cruise is going to do it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a big commitment.
My question to you,
yes,
both of you, is if you only had one star to that you can watch a movie and you can pick that star, only one, boy or girl, who would you choose? I know Greg will choose
Margot Robbie.
100%.
John will choose
Kate
Beckinsale.
But I have a crush on Kate Beckinsale, but to watch a movie, I would probably take Denzel. Because I know all of his movies are good.
Right.
All of Margot Robbie's movies are good, by the way.
Yeah, they are. They are.
How about you, Mace?
You know what? I tend to go with, this will sound weird, I tend to go with the director. I care more about the director than I do about the star.
Okay.
Like Chris Nolan makes a movie, I'm like so there because it's Chris Nolan. Inarritu makes a movie, I'm so there because of Inarritu. Like all my favorite directors, I will go and follow
How about
them.
Del Toro?
Oh, I love Del Toro. I love Cuarón. The Three Amigos. I love all three. They've all three made great. I think they've all three won Best Picture.
I think that if I had to choose, I will choose DiCaprio.
Yeah,
he doesn't make bad ones.
He has very few failures.
Yeah.
You mentioned Christopher Nolan.
Yes.
Kimmel said something last night, and I assume it's true.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if any of you are envious or jealous of this.
Okay.
Apparently, Christopher Nolan does not have a cell phone.
I know.
And does not have email, and his computer is not connected to the internet.
Yep.
He uses it to write scripts, but it's basically...
I read that too, and it's hard to believe.
Now, are you... there's a part of me that's kind of jealous of that. I mean, I don't think I could do it. Like, if you took my phone and my computer away or took me off of the internet, I think I would feel lost.
I would freak out.
But think about how great your life would be.
Yeah, but you'd be dumb.
He's not dumb.
No, but you would be dumber than everybody else.
He's not.
Well, that's because he read the book on Oppenheimer. That's why he's able to write it. I mean, you'd have to get smart in other ways. But like, for example,
he has an assistant that does all this stuff for him.
Okay. See, so that's the answer.
It depends on job, right? It depends on your job. Like, we could not live without the internet.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
We couldn't do our jobs without the internet.
But if you're retired, you'd go off of everything.
No, I don't even know. I don't even know if I could give up my phone. But there's
if you're retired.
But there's a part. No,
when you retire.
No,
yeah,
but you need
like
your phone.
how are Lisa and Jack going to find me?
Yeah, you need your phone.
You'll be there.
No, not all the time. What if they need something?
You can just get like a flip phone. You can just use a phone that they can call in, call out.
My dad, when he died, had a flip phone.
Did he?
Never learned how to text.
Yeah.
So my dad was kind of Christopher Nolan before Christopher Nolan.
God, my dad hated getting texts. He would say he'd get a text message.
I don't know if my dad ever sent a text.
Yeah, no, my dad.
I sent text to him. He never responded.
My dad would get them, and then like we'd share a picture in a group, and my dad would say, "How do I get this off my phone?" He wanted the text to go away. That was my dad's approach. He's like, I don't know why I'm getting these pictures. All right, coming up next for you, the hilarious John Mulaney was in the Oscars last night. Did you see what he did? He mocked one of my favorite movies. It's a sports movie.
Yeah. John Mulaney was 100%
He is
right.
100% wrong. We'll do it coming up next.
As usual.
Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you're active, and I am, you need something to keep you active and keep you from getting sore. For years, I've used cryotherapy, and now iSpot Active has developed wearable cryotherapy. Here's how it works. They sell you compression shirts and pants. And there's slots in these pants where you insert ice-cold gel packs. In my case, I leave this thing on for 20 minutes. After it's over, I feel way better. Mason's got one of these things. Mason,
I use it on my shoulder every night.
Yeah, it is. It's just a smarter way to ice, and it's a better way to go. And if you want to learn anything about what I'm talking about, go to that website, iSpotActive.com. ICEBOD active.com. You'll see Hall of Famer James Worthy on there. He'll do a testimonial. There's a doctor on there answering questions. And frankly, anything that you are curious about or want to know, the answers are on that website. Here's the best part. If you order anything from iSpot Active, and you can save tons of money. I used to go to cryo places and drop $75 every time I went in there. You buy one of these shirts, you're good for the whole year. But if you don't like it, if for any reason you're unhappy or it's not what you thought it would be, 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So what if you have to lose? Go to iSpot Active, get the answers you're looking for. Stay active if you play pickleball, tennis, soccer, basketball, any of that stuff. Get yourself some iSpot Active compression wear and stay active. You put this stuff on, you go about your day. It's great. iSpot Active, iSpotActive.com.
Being convicted of a DUI is not a glory.
All right, the NCAA tournament is almost here. Slee and I are in matching shirts. And you can come hang out with us at the Dine-In Pizza Hut on Magnolia Avenue in Anaheim on March 22nd. There is Dine-In Pizza Hut still out.
Listen, you eat pizza, you hang out with us.
Win.
College basketball going on. We're giving away a 75-inch 4K TV. Of course, we're going to be giving out specials the entire time. You know Pizza Hut's going to hook everybody up. What's better?
They have menu hacks that we can talk about. Come on out, hang out with us. Pizza Hut in Anaheim, Magnolia Avenue, March 22nd. Don't
miss out.
That.
One to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
All right, so me and Bergman are hanging out on the Cut app. If you're not on Cut yet, go download the app. It's KUTT, and it's peer-to-peer social betting. When you get in there, make a deposit for a 10% match, and join the ESPN LA group. Bergman, you've got a bet tonight?
I did. Oogsta bet me, and I bet $10 on Chicago plus 3.5 in Chicago over Dallas.
How much?
$10.
$10. I'm looking for a bet, and don't send me more than $10 because I've only got 40 left in my account because I've lost 7 of 8.
What'd you start with?
100.
So you're down $60?
Down $60 so far.
Not the end of the world.
Again, download the Cut app, KUTT, and you can bet against me, Bergman, and the rest of the world. All right, so there I am, minding my own business, watching the Academy Awards last night. I have one of my favorite movies of all time is Field of Dreams. I've often said that of all the movies I've ever seen, that one may be the one that I cried the most at. Now, you're a Field of Dreams detractor. You always have been.
I am. I'm a Bull Durham guy.
Yeah.
I think, by the way, you're either a Bull Durham guy or a Field of Dreams guy.
I'm a Bull Durham guy, too. You can be two. You can be both. You can be a Bull Durham, a natural, and a Field of Dreams guy.
The Field of Dreams, to me, was a reach. I didn't hate it, but it was a reach. And John Mulaney, the comedian, presented last night, and he explained in perfect detail why it's a reach.
Or what about that moment in Field of Dreams when we hear, "If you build it, he will come." And then Costner does it. He builds a baseball field. Well, I guess he doesn't build it. He mows down corn, and then there is a field. And then he's like, "I'm going to watch Ghost play baseball." And the bank is like, "You want to pay your mortgage?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm going to watch Ghost play baseball." And then he finds James Earl Jones, who wrote The Boat Rocker, which I thought was a real book deep into my 20s. And he's like, "People will come, Ray. He's the only one with a financial plan." But what's weird is Timothy Busfield pushes little Gabby Hoffman off the bleachers, and she falls down, and she's unconscious. Then Burt Lancaster is Moonlight Graham, and he comes up and he pats her on the back a couple times, and he's like, "Hot dog stuck in the throat." And then he can't go back in the game. Because I guess there's a rule in Ghost Baseball that if you leave the field at any point to become an elderly ghost and do the Heimlich maneuver, you can't return to the field. I love Field of Dreams. That should win Best Picture.
There you go. That is an excellent summary.
It is. And
Field of Dreams.
Yes. So none of it makes sense. Everything about it is a reach.
It's just, but honestly, do you not suspend your disbelief when you walk into a movie? Do you not say, "All right, I'm suspending my disbelief. I understand this is a movie. I'm just going to buy every single premise in the entire thing"?
Unless they play Ghost Baseball they slap a kid on the back and a hot dog comes out, and then you can't go back in the game.
Good shout-outs for Timothy Busfield and Gabby Hoffman.
I love that movie. I really love that movie. I like that movie.
Pepe, you know why I don't like that movie?
Why?
At the end, he said he goes, "Dad, can we have a catch?"
Can we have a catch?
Okay, no one says.
I said it.
I
said, "Dad, can we have a catch?"
Can we go play
and
catch?
My dad said,
"Do you want to play catch?"
I'm going out to the dugout.
Nobody says. No one had ever said until that movie, "have a catch."
That's not
wrong
true.
Terminology.
It is not. When I grew
it's an
up,
outrage.
when I grew up, it was "have a catch." I would say to my dad.
Bergman, have you ever heard, until you saw Field of Dreams, the phrase "have a catch"?
It's a silly phrase. It's not right. You're completely wrong on this one.
Yeah, no.
Ireland is right.
You're going to judge that movie because of that?
Yes.
Just that one thing.
You're wrong. You're
and
wrong.
all the stuff Mulaney said.
No,
that
you're
have
wrong.
a catch and all this from Mulaney.
And you know
said.
what other movie I like?
What?
The Sandlot.
Oh, The Sandlot's great. That's a great movie.
You don't like The Sandlot either?
No, I did. I liked it.
That's a fun
But if you
movie.
so greatest baseball movie of all time, Pepe, is what?
You're going to think that I'm crazy.
Yes, we are.
But
I guarantee
you
that.
We already think
you
that,
are already out on crazy.
No matter what comes out of your mouth
you
next,
already live in crazy
we
town.
think
Go
you're
ahead.
nuts.
The Natural.
I loved it.
The Natural's great.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
I love
Yeah,
it.
you're not in crazy town over that one.
There you go.
No, the best baseball movie of all time is the original Bad News Bears with Walter Matthau.
It is classic. It is classic.
Very good movie. All right. So this is interesting. So last night I get a text from my college roommate.
Okay.
Shout out to Jeff Scott.
Hey, Jeff.
Fireballer for the UCLA baseball team in the early 80s.
Nice.
Text me and he goes, "Am I the only guy who didn't know that Paul Giamatti is Bart Giamatti's son?"
Are you kidding me?
And
Of course.
I texted back, "Yes.
Yeah.
You are the only one who didn't know that."
Yeah.
And by the way, Paul didn't become famous until after Bart died.
Yes.
And I wrote back to Jeff, I said, "Have you ever seen Cinderella Man?"
Oh,
And he went,
so
"No."
good.
I think Cinderella Man might be one of the 3 most underrated sports movies of all time. Pepe, have you seen it?
Yeah, I don't
Russell
really
Crowe.
remember.
He takes the hat and he goes around.
Cinderella Man. And
Okay, it's Russell Crowe, Renee Zellweger, and Paul Giamatti nominated for an Academy
Yes.
Award as his trainer.
Yep.
And I told Jeff, I said, "You got to just watch this just to see Giamatti."
It's a
kill it."
great movie.
Yeah.
I think he's better in Cinderella Man than he is in Sideways. And
I love
is
Sideways.
great.
Now, you haven't seen The Holdovers.
No.
The Holdovers is really good. I didn't know.
Did he get nominated for
Yeah,
that?
he was nominated for Best Actor last night.
Okay.
The thing I didn't know was that he wore a contact lens to give him a lazy eye.
Yeah, and Kimmel said that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, but
It wasn't Kimmel. It wasn't Kimmel. It was Nicholas.
Yeah.
No, was it Nicholas Cage?
Nicolas Cage.
And he had a great line. He goes, "Would I do that Of course I would.
Of course I would,
Which
exactly.
Everybody believes.
And he was in the Beach Boy movies. He is the agent. Remember?
No, not Beach Boys. You're talking about Straight Outta Compton.
No. He was in the. I don't remember the title of the movie.
Okay,
but
in Straight Outta Compton, which O'Shea is
Right,
in.
he's the bad guy.
He's there
the
too.
agent
He's
and
the bad guy,
attorney.
yeah.
No,
He's there
he's,
too.
He's there. He's
Isn't he the one that's stealing he's not stealing their money?
Well, they left him eventually, but he's the one. Remember, the cops came and told all those guys to put their hands on the wall. And
Right.
Giamatti comes out and says, "These are my clients. They're musicians. This is abuse. You're doing this to them because they're black."
Right.
And he dresses down the cops, and the cops tell him to shut up. Giamatti's great in everything.
He is great in everything. I thought he had a chance to win last night.
Love and Mercy.
Okay.
He's
Remember
in
that
too.
movie?
I do not remember.
Well, do either one of you guys watch Billions?
Yes, I watched it for a long time, then it got repetitive.
Yeah, but he was good in
He
that.
was excellent in Billions, and so was the Damian Lewis was great, right?
Yeah,
I almost called him Damian Lillard.
Well, you wouldn't have been the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Coming
coming up.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bill Russ, Ireland. I grew up in Ohio like Mason. I grew up in Cleveland. I have never heard have a catch
It is
ever.
have a catch.
Ever all caps.
Have a catch.
There is no such thing as have a catch.
I said to my dad, "Can we have a catch?"
and
he
your
said,
dad said, "What the hell's wrong
I'm
with
going,
you?"
I'm going out drinking all night, so here's a pitch back. Good luck. That's what my dad said. Exactly. All right, coming up next for you, LeBron didn't play Friday night against Milwaukee, but he did sit in an unusual spot. We'll talk about that coming up next for you. In the meantime, I sent out a tweet today, Pepe.
You did?
Yes, I did. And this is what the tweet said. The poker gods giveth, and the poker gods taketh away. And yesterday, they were taking. I played at Commerce Casino yesterday morning, Oscars morning, and I got absolutely cleaned out. I was at a 4-8 no limit table. I got my doors blown off. I was short stacked the entire time. I got to play a different hand. But the point is, I go to Commerce Casino all the time. It's one of my favorite spots. I'm a big poker player. I love my partnership with Commerce Casino because I play a lot of poker there. It's the coolest poker room in SoCal and legit the biggest poker room in the world. Every game you want. Get this, Commerce Casino gave away over $1 million in promotions in January, giving away $20 million in promotions this year. It is Commerce Casino and Hotel. All the details. CommerceCasino.com. That's CommerceCasino.com. I'll see you at the tables. Don't forget Commerce Casino, home of Mandy's 3, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, Parker. What's up, Greg? Spring training. All right, Parker. Jeez. Little Otani and Dodger Blue. Yeah, why are you looking at the camera? I don't know. Let's start over. All right, Parker. Dodger spring training. That's right, Greg. Otani and Dodger Blue? Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one. Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back. Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. I like that idea. What do you say, 9:30, 9:55? Right, leading right into Travis Sliwa. Get a couple guests. Maybe Marcus Grant, Travis Rogers, perhaps? Yep, just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in. Oh, you know, you always want to have the handsome man president right there. Absolutely. All right, well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
Yo, the most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Based in Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Okay, so here's what I don't understand. There are commercials all the time now.
Yes.
For these things where you put them under your desk and you do this. Have you seen it? Where
Can't see what you're
they're
doing.
like pedals. It's like a
Okay.
little set of. Have you not seen these
No.
commercials? Have you seen these commercials, Laura?
Is it like the one that goes up and down?
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
you sit there and pedal, but
Yeah.
it's motorized, so it's doing the pedaling for you.
Oh,
I
no, I
can't
haven't
figure
seen
out
those.
what the purpose of this thing is.
It's probably for older people to get the blood going in their legs.
Yeah, but you're not even doing the work. The machine is doing
Yeah,
the work.
but you're moving your
You're
legs.
circulating your blood.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know.
Well,
It's a thing
I
right
always
now.
was jealous. You guys know who Robin Meade is? She's an anchor on CNN. I think she's gone now.
I think she is,
She
yeah.
was there for like 20 years. She had a treadmill desk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So you could have it
Yeah,
like
it
she
goes
would be
up
walking on a treadmill while she was working on her desk, and that's how she got exercise. And I was always jealous of that. I always wanted a treadmill desk.
So the question is it have a catch or what would you say?
Play catch.
Play catch. All
It
right.
is play catch.
It
Yeah,
is
nobody
have a catch.
have a catch is the only two people that think that's a thing are Kevin Costner and Steve Mason.
Well, I mean, honestly, that is the way it worked at my house. I would always ask to have a catch.
Really?
There you go.
Have
Maybe
a
that's
catch.
why you didn't have
it
catch.
is not really. He's making
No,
it up.
I'm not making it up. That was have a catch was the thing in my house.
Maybe that's why.
Let's have
you
a
didn't-
catch.
That's why maybe you didn't have catch.
Yeah,
You
and then my
didn't say
dad went to
play
the dugout
catch.
lounge and he was out all night, and I was
You said
using
it
a
wrong.
pitch back. All right, so
you didn't say play catch.
Interestingly, LeBron James didn't play on Friday night. There's Pepe's hit it again. Pepe's impression of Pacino. There, I like that.
Focus.
Yeah, we've got to focus right now.
All right, here we go. My friend Patrick.
Yep.
Grew up in Akron.
Well, you have so many friends from Ohio. It's ridiculous.
How many friends do you have in Ohio? Like 1,000?
Yeah, you're just naming people that you know from Ohio.
This Ohio boy who totally predates Mason says he's completely fabricating and pulling that out of his ass. There is and never was have a catch.
There absolutely is have a catch.
No, my friend also from Akron, he's my age.
Yeah.
CJ goes, absolutely not. Tell him he's crazy.
I just got a text from my friend in Lima, Ohio, who says we have a catch.
I have a friend in Toledo.
Toledo? Exactly.
You guys are all full of it.
I don't have friends in any of these places, and they all say that it's not play.
Just
have a
your
catch.
random
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
no,
an
they're not even
Ohio
real.
thing, I
I'm making
think.
them
It's
up,
just an
and they-
Ohio thing,
yeah.
except
Hey,
for Akron.
Isn't Brian Burns really good in
He's
Carolina?
I wanted him to be a Ram.
He just got traded to the Giants.
Yeah, I wanted him. So they signed him and then traded him.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would have loved. The Rams got to find an edge rusher. They've bolstered
Well, a couple
the
of them have
offensive
gone
line.
today. Leonard Floyd went earlier. Brian Burns goes now.
Yeah, this is what they need now.
Yeah.
That's got to be the focus. That and cornerback.
And you know, talking about Ohio,
Yeah.
my grandson was born in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Home of the Flyers.
Home of the Flyers.
Yes.
And also, I have a friend from Dayton. He always said, have a catch. Now,
please.
Friday night, LeBron did not play.
Correct.
But he was interestingly located in a particular spot in the arena that's interesting. He was sitting between, for a stretch of the game, Jeannie Buss and Linda Rambis.
In the stands.
In the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think that, first of all, I don't remember seeing it before. Has he sat with the owners before?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I never seen that.
Okay. I thought it was odd, but interestingly, it was also reassuring. It told me that there's a relationship between Jeannie and Linda and LeBron.
I'm going to tell you. Well, first of all, Pepe, what did you think of it?
I think that there's a good relationship between them.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong
I'm
with
going
him
to tell both.
be
I'm
sitting
going to
there.
tell both you guys something that'll make it less odd.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what he said to them?
Oh, you know that?
I do.
You know what they said?
I do.
Oh, what was the
Did you
conversation?
say I want out?
He did not.
I'm kidding.
He did not.
Was
say
it
that.
like Shaq sign me like he did to Dr. Buss?
No, that didn't work out. No, he said pay me.
Oh, pay me. That's
And
right.
Dr. Buzz thought he heard trade me.
Trade me,
and he
did.
traded him.
You know where was that? In Hawaii.
In Hawaii, I was there.
In Hawaii, yeah.
No, here's what he said. He walked over to the two of them. There was an empty seat in between Jeannie and Linda. He sat down in it. This was during a timeout in the game, and he ended up hanging out over there for a little while. And he said to them, I just wanted to come over to you guys and wish you a happy International Women's Day because I think you're two of the most badass women I know.
Interesting.
And so if that's the reason he did it,
Okay.
if that's the reason he went over there and that's what he said, doesn't it make it a different story?
Totally.
Totally does.
Yeah.
But
it's nice.
but you know what will be very interesting, and maybe you can do that, John. You should ask LeBron, who is from Akron.
Akron.
Have a catch?
Have a catch,
I will.
yeah.
I will ask LeBron tomorrow when I see him on the plane. Is there such thing as have a catch? You know what he's going to say? He's gonna
Who are you?
No, he's going to say, focus.
Yes. Focus.
He might say, who are you?
Yeah.
That's
He's
possible.
going to say, how did you get here?
Yeah.
How
By the
did
way,
you get here?
Gavin Lux, this will be for the Dodger Blue Review tomorrow.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Throwing error today from second base.
He's a mess.
He says he doesn't have a throwing issue. It's about getting more game reps after not playing games in over a year. So he's.
Oh, the excuses are coming out. Come on, Gavin.
Yeah.
So you
No
guys remember
excuses.
when Steve Sachs forgot how to throw the ball to first base?
Yep.
I went to a Dodger game with a friend of mine who was a Giants fan.
Yep.
We get to the game, and we got seats right along the first base line.
Yep.
And Sachs makes a throwing error at second base. My friend stands up. He's such a jerk. He stands up. He goes, "Hey, Sachs!
Yep.
How about autographing those balls before you throw them up here?"
Yeah.
So is this going
That's
to
a
be
good line.
Yeah, is this going to be the second coming? Is my friend going to go back to Dodger Stadium and now yell that at Gavin Lux?
Yes, he's probably
Is that bad?
Probably is. He's got the yips.
He's Chuck Knobloch.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. He was another one that
Yeah.
forgot how to throw the ball.
But
at
he's
first.
not throwing over Freddie's head. He's just throwing wide left and wide right.
Bouncing them. That was at
Bouncing
shortstop.
them.
He's gonna get better.
I'm going. Hey, I'm going to
You're
make
so
a
positive.
prediction.
I love it, Pepe.
I'm going to make a prediction, Greg, and I'm dead serious about this. I think Mookie Betts is going to have an excellent defensive season at shortstop.
Of course he will.
He had the first ball that got hit to him the other day. He made an error that didn't count because the game got rained out later. But I think Betts is such a great athlete that he's going to figure out shortstop and be perfectly fine.
Dansby Swanson is a shortstop. I think he's with the Cubs still, right, Mace?
Yeah, he used to play for the Braves.
He used to play for
He's
the Braves.
married to a famous athlete. I can't remember who. Like somebody on the women's soccer team or something.
The other day when he found out that Mookie Betts is going to be playing shortstop, he goes, "Oh, great! Now Mookie's going to win the Gold Glove at shortstop too, so I don't even get a chance at that."
Yeah.
So everybody knows that once he's going to play, he's going to be the next great Dodger shortstop. Apparently, that's what everybody thinks right now. Just players within the league because of how he's such a good athlete.
Greg,
He's married to Mallory Pugh from the women's U.S. soccer team.
Nice.
Okay,
was that,
so
Pepe?
what is that,
What are you
Pepe?
looking at? Their flag? Ghost?
Sachs was Rookie of the Year when he played for the Dodgers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they had like 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he got the yips at some
I think
point.
it was.
Sutcliffe.
Oh wait, no. Later were the 5 in a row. It was
Hollingsworth, Piazza,
It was
Karros.
Karros first, Piazza,
Mondesi.
Nomo, Hollingsworth. Maybe not in that order, but those.
But
five
those are the
all-
5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
those
think
are
that was
the 5.
right, actually.
Yeah.
It's right around
You think the
that's
order was
probably
right?
Close.
Okay.
It's close.
By the way, poll I put out, is it have a catch or play catch? How do you think it's going so far?
Play catch 80%.
99.
Play catch is
97.
93%. Only 7% of people say
And they're
have
all
a catch.
from
All from
Toledo.
Ohio,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, coming up next for you is Game of
Hey,
Games.
Sonata, I need some competition for Mason. You want to play Game of Games?
Yeah,
All right,
it
good.
is Ireland's game
He also
today.
says have a catch.
He says have a catch?
No, you do not.
Way to go,
Oh,
Shinano.
but you're full of
the
crap.
Alliance.
I have never said it that way, but everyone tells me that's the right way.
No,
Yes, it is.
play catch.
Yeah.
Please.
Amongst us baseball people, it is have a
Amongst
catch.
us
In the league. I'm in the league. Game of Games is coming up next, 710 ESPN.
All right, Parker. What's up, Greg? Spring training. All right, Parker. Jeez. Little Otani and Dodger blue. Yeah, why are you looking at the camera? I don't know. Let's start over. All right, Parker. Dodger spring training. That's right, Greg. Otani and Dodger blue. Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one. Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back. Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. I like that idea. What do you say? 9:30, 9:55? Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests. Maybe Marcus Grant. Travis Rogers, perhaps? Yep, just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in. Oh, you know, you always want to have the handsome man president right there. Absolutely. All right, well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel, thanks to LAX.
Win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. Pepe Mantilla is here. George Shadano is here. What's going on, George?
Of Lies or no?
It is not.
It's my game.
Ireland's game.
Bergman, am I allowed to bet mythical money on who will win this game of games?
Sure, if you can get odds. Or you
I don't
odds.
need odds.
Yeah,
I'm
bet
bidding $5K on Steve Mason.
Steve Mason.
So you could tank the game if you want, and it would cost me $5K.
I will not tank the game. I want to try to win another
Here's the
month.
reason why. It's a game about the Oscars and sports movies, which is kind of right in Mason's wheelhouse.
Right.
But I have brought in two guys, Pepe, who knows a lot about movies,
and Betty Davis.
Sedano, who is super competitive. So I think it's a fair bet.
Okay.
And you, Greg, you could do well here.
It's your game. You
I have
wrote
not
it.
tipped him. I
No,
have
no,
not
no,
tipped
no,
him.
I don't think you have. I think you wrote it, and you wrote it skewed.
For Mason.
I did not skew it
skewed
towards
him.
Mason, but it is all about sports and the Oscars, which are two of his passions.
You taking the money?
No, I'm not taking
I
the
say
money.
we can take the money.
Yeah.
Laura, you're the deciding vote. I say no. Mason says yes.
What do you think, Laura? Can I bet $5K that Mason wins this game?
I'm
yes
like,
or no?
I'm signaling you
Sure.
yes. Okay, there you go.
All right, there it is.
Don't listen to the signal.
Also,
You're gonna
the
think
fact
for
that
yourself.
Even though
should
I
have
lose
said no.
$5K, I'm rooting for Pepe or Sedano to
Okay.
take you down.
All
And
right.
Greg, I'm
Not
giving
happening.
you and Laura a puncher's chance.
My
as well.
wheelhouse.
Bergman, I need your competitiveness to come out.
Always competitive.
Okay, here we go. The Oscars were last night, so this is a quiz about the history of sports movies at the Oscars. It's multiple choice. I'm going to have Mason go last because I think it would. Well, wait. No, I can rotate it, right?
I mean, you
Well,
can.
you let
but
him go last in the first one.
He watches every single.
I know. That's why I'm saying. Okay, let's try. I'll make you last in the first one. All right. Which one of these sports movies never won the Oscar for Best Picture? A, The Hustler, Paul Newman, Jackie Gleason. B, $1 Million Baby, Clint Eastwood, Hilary Swank. Or C, Chariots of Fire, which was the movie about the runners in England. The Hustler, $1 Million Baby, or Chariots of Fire. Laura, two of those three won Best Picture. Which one didn't? Hustler, $1 Million Baby, or Chariots of Fire?
I'm going to go with The Hustler.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah, I think Hustler.
Okay, Pepe.
I think it's The Hustler.
Sedano.
I'm going to go different just to be different because I think it's either The Hustler or the one I'm going to say, and I'm going to say Chariots of Fire.
Mace.
Chariots of Fire, winner 1981. I will go with The Hustler.
The Hustler is the correct answer, and so everybody's on the board.
See, that makes it
except for Sedano.
By Mason going, 1981, Best Picture. I think we're in trouble.
This one's harder. This one's harder. There's 8 of these, and they progressively get a little tougher. Okay. This sports movie received nominations for Best Actor, Best Actress, 2 for Supporting Actors, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Original Song, but didn't win in any of those categories. All right? Was it A, Ben-Hur, B, Rocky, or C, Pride of the Yankees? Greg, Ben-Hur, Rocky, or the Pride of the Yankees got nominated for all that stuff.
Is Ben-Hur a sports movie?
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking. Yeah, chariot racing. Chariot. Remember that I used to call chariot racing at the Olympics.
He said, "Can we have a race?"
Oscillating down the field.
I guess.
All right. Greg, Ben-Hur, Rocky, or Pride of the Yankees. It was nominated for Best Actor, Best Actress, 2 for Supporting Actor, Best Original Screenplay, Best Original Song, but didn't win in any of those categories.
Best Song for Rocky?
Was it Ben-Hur, Rocky, or Pride of the Yankees?
Let's go Pride of the Yankees.
Okay, Pepe.
I think it's Pride of the Yankees.
Okay, Sedano.
Pride of the Yankees.
Laura.
With the crowd.
Mace.
Did you say it didn't get nominated for Best Picture?
No, got nominated for all of those.
Best Picture included?
I did not mention Best Picture. So this sports movie received nominations.
And then it's Rocky.
You're right. It is Rocky.
Best Song,
Rocky? Rocky won Best Picture. Gonna Fly Now.
See, I thought it was Best Picture. You mentioned Best Picture too, but that's fine.
It was
that's
only
not good
Best Picture.
Right, so
That's not good.
Mace
That's not good listening
2 to 1.
by me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
By the
blaming
way,
Cappy in
just
the
so
carb coma.
Just here are the people that lost: Best Actor Stallone, Best Actress Talia Shire, Supporting Actor Burgess Meredith, Supporting Actor Burt Young, Original Screenplay by Stallone, and Original Song Gonna Fly Now. None of those won, but it did win.
Best Picture.
Best Picture.
It upset Network.
All right, here we go. Jerry Maguire received 5 Oscar nominations, but only picked up 1 win. What was that 1 win? A, Best Actor, B, Best Supporting Actor, or C, Best Original Screenplay? Pepe?
I want to be last.
You want to be last. Okay. Sedano.
Okay. It's Cuba Gooding Jr., Supporting Actor.
Okay. Laura?
I'm going to go with Sedano.
Greg?
Yeah, he had that great speech. It's Cuba Gooding Jr.
Mace?
It's who won the Oscar?
It won
only one.
One win.
It won one
got
win.
nominated for 5 things. It won 1 thing. Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor.
Best Supporting Actor.
Okay, Pepe.
With the crowd.
Okay, yeah, right. Cuba Gooding Jr., you guys got that. That was pretty
show
easy.
me the money. Show me the money.
Okay.
Screaming, yeah.
This sports movie was nominated for 7 Oscars, but didn't win any.
Wow.
Was it A, Seabiscuit, B, The Fighter, or C, Heaven Can Wait? Sedano, Seabiscuit, The Fighter, or Heaven Can Wait. 7 nominations, didn't win any.
I'm not even familiar with the other 2, so I'll just say Seabiscuit because it's the only one I know.
Okay, Laura.
That's my Seabiscuit is the only title I know.
Greg.
I didn't know Heaven Can Wait was a sports movie. I'll go with Heaven Can Wait.
Okay, Pepe.
I think it's The Fighter.
Okay, Mace.
It is Heaven Can Wait.
It is Seabiscuit.
Oh!
7
really?
nominations. Heaven Can Wait, I think, had 3. But
Okay.
Seabiscuit.
All right.
All right, so
I know
Sedano,
Heaven
you
Can Wait
got
got
that.
shut out. Yeah.
Laura got
Tobey
that.
Maguire.
Yeah,
Greg,
that's right.
Greg, you guessed.
No, I guessed Heaven
Only
Can
I
Wait.
got
Mace.
it.
Yeah.
And
All
Laura.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, so it's now Laura and Mace are tied.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Laura,
All
okay.
right, here we go. The movie Moneyball came out in 2011, but didn't win any Oscars. How many Oscar nominations did Moneyball get? A, 0, B, 3, or C, 6? Greg, we'll start with you. 0, 3, or 6. Didn't win any. How many nominations did it get? 0, 3, or 6?
0.
You're going 0. Pepe.
6.
6. Sedano. 0, 3, or 6?
I'm going to go 3.
Okay, Laura.
I'm going to go 0.
You're going 0. And Mace.
I'm going to guess 3.
The answer is 6.
Oh,
Pepe. Counting on his fingers.
Nice, Pepe.
All right, so the score. Laura 3.
Yeah.
Mace 3. Pepe 3.
Thought I
Sedano
had this
2.
in the
And
bag.
Greg 2.
Yeah.
We're in there.
This is very much a thing. Okay. Pepe, this one's for you. The movie The Natural came out in 1984. It was nominated for 4 Oscars, 3 of which were cinematography, art direction, and original score. Only one of those nominations was for acting. Who received that nomination? A. Robert Redford, B. Robert Duvall, or C. Glenn Close? Redford, Duvall, or Close? Pepe.
I believe it's Glenn Close.
Okay, Sonano.
It's Robert Redford would be too easy.
Duvall or Close then?
I'll say Glenn Close.
Okay, Laura.
Whatever Pepe said, because I wasn't born yet.
Okay, Greg.
Glenn Close.
Mace.
I think it's Glenn Close.
It is Glenn Close. You
Yeah.
guys all got that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still very close. Laura 4, Mace 4, Pepe 4, Sonano 3, Greg 3. Wow.
It's a barn burner.
All right. I got 2 more.
Mason is nervous.
Yeah,
I am nervous because this is supposed to be my easy
I
game.
know. Okay. Now, this is one where I don't think Mace has any advantage.
Okay.
All right. Will Smith won an Oscar for playing Richard Williams in King Richard and was also nominated for his role as Muhammad Ali in Ali. What is Will Smith's actual first name?
Oh.
Is it A, William, B, Willard, or C, Wilson? William, Willard, or Wilson? Mace, since I don't think you have an advantage, I'll let you go first. Willard, William, or Wilson?
I will say it is Wilson.
Okay. Pepe. William, Willard, or Wilson?
I think it's Wilson.
Okay. Sedano.
William, Willard, or Wilson? Let's go Willard.
Okay. Laura.
Damn it, I'm going to go Willard. I know a Willard.
Okay.
So.
How many are left?
Greg.
How many are left?
1.
You have, the other. You take A.
So
William is the only thing available.
No, I can still go. I'm only one.
Oh,
back.
you're. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Wilson.
What is it?
I can't believe this is happening.
It's William.
It's Willard.
Oh!
Willard for Laura. All right.
We're all tied for first.
Am I losing now?
No,
I'm one
Greg's
back.
out.
I'm one back.
No, you're 3, and Laura now has 5. And there's only one question left.
All right.
You have 5.
Yeah.
No, you have 4.
I have 4.
All right,
I can
so
get
here's
in
the
still.
score.
Okay.
Laura 5.
Whoa.
Mace 4.
What?
Pepe 4. Sedano 4.
Right.
Greg out with 3.
Yeah.
Mace is going to need to come from behind to get me. All right, here we go. Laura, you need to go first this
Okay.
one. Which one of these songs was not nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars? So 2 of these were and 1 was not. A, The Glory of Love from The Karate Kid. B, Eye of the Tiger from Rocky 3. C, In the Way That You Use It from The Color of Money. So, Laura, one of those was not nominated. Glory of Love, Eye of the Tiger, or In the Way That You Use It.
Oh,
What is your
man.
choice?
I know all those songs, and I feel like they all would. So I'm just going to take a random guess and go with A.
Okay, you're going with Glory of Love from The
Yeah,
Karate
whatever.
Kid.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Wait.
I
No.
already
said it.
picked it. I already
Okay,
picked
yeah.
it.
said it.
All right. Sedano?
Crap. That's what I was gonna say, and I have to go opposite her.
No, oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So you either have to go Eye of the Tiger or In the Way That You Use It.
I'll go in the Eye of the Tiger because it was a
Okay.
sequel. Why not?
Okay. Pepe.
And the way, or whatever.
In the Way That You Use It. Mace?
I have to go different, right?
Yes.
Than Laura. I'll go In the Way That They Use It.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going overtime. In the Way That You Use It was not nominated.
Wow.
You had it, George.
Oh,
you
it was
had
right
You just
there.
picked the wrong-
It was
Eye of the
right
Tiger
there.
was
That's
nominated.
the one I was going to change me into when he was like, go, and I was like, can I go? Because I would change it.
Now, it is a 3-way tie. It comes down to a tiebreaker. Get something to write with. Get something to write on. Pepe, give that.
I have
Oh,
it.
you got it? Okay. Wow, I didn't think this would be this close.
Damn.
All right, here we go. In the history of the Academy Awards, how many sports movies have been nominated for Best Picture? In the history of the Academy Awards, the closest wins, and you can go over. How many sports movies have been nominated for Best Picture? There's been about 100 Academy Awards. I think 94, right, Mace?
Yep.
So we,
All right.
we cannot go over?
You can.
Can go over.
The closest wins.
Okay.
Okay? So write down a number, Pepe. Just pick any number. Laura, you got a number written down? Don't tell me what it is. You got it?
Yes, now I do.
Mace, you got a number written
I
down?
do.
Pepe, you got a number written down. Laura, what number did you write down?
48.
48. Pepe?
12.
12. Mace, what'd you write down?
15.
Mason wins.
Do you know?
I think I know the answer. 17.
17 is the answer. Steve Mason coming from behind gets me $5K in mythical money that I did not think I was getting.
Nice.
That was pretty close. Was that just a guess, or did
That
you?
was total guess. I did
Yeah.
not know. I
Did
was
you
thinking
read it someplace?
I read it someplace, so I knew.
I was thinking in my head.
That was a really good game.
Yeah, this is a really good game.
And we went all the way.
Yeah, but I am so proud of all you guys other than Mace. I thought Mace was going to run that thing, and it was very, very close.
Very good game.
And a hard-earned victory
Yes,
for you.
yes.
Bergman, give me my $5K.
There you got it. It's a little bit under protest, but you got it.
I'm mad.
Very good game.
Let's
Laura, you
hit.
had the lead and you blew it.
I always do.
Let's hit the super stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
These are good.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
La 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 la. La 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 la. There he is, ladies and
They have
gentlemen.
the mic turned on the thing. You know?
Yeah, it's back now. You're
Didn't
good.
have it turned on.
Yeah,
Come
I
on
know.
in,
We can hear
Cappy.
you
I
now.
was yelling.
Yeah.
Didn't sound as good
Didn't
as
sound as good.
la,
No.
la, la,
Yeah, you're on it now.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
get in here.
Yeah. Super Crosstalk time. Going to get ready for some Shadano and Cap this afternoon.
All right.
By the way, Game of Games brought to you by our friend Jacob Umrani. If you're involved in any kind of accident, 844-24-JACOB or go to calljacob.com.
All right, can I ask you guys all? I need help with something.
Okay.
And I could use your help from everybody, from Greg, from Laura, from Cappy, Sonano, Pepe, everybody.
Okay.
So you guys know Graham Metzger, who works here.
Yeah,
right?
Graham's a great guy.
There he is. I see him.
Graham, I don't even know if you know this. You do know. Okay, so Graham's father, Gary, is a professor at Cal State Long Beach.
Okay.
And he has a sports media class.
Okay.
So last year, he asked me to do a Zoom and speak to the students.
Right.
And I did, and he asked me to do it again this year, and it's tonight.
Oh, wow, cool.
It's tonight at 6 o'clock. So, Greg, I'll start with you. What advice would you give college students who are aspiring sports broadcasters, sportscasters that want to get into the business? What's your best piece of advice?
Get an internship with GKB here at ESPN LA and learn
Work
absolutely
for Graham.
everything. It works for
Right?
everybody.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
DeAndre, for Parker.
I've got
for
one.
Graham.
All right.
Go to
George,
ESPNLA.com and sign up for the internship
Yeah,
program
by the way,
if you're in
that's-
college
that's-
right now.
careers.
Greg, that's open right now, right?
It's open right now. You can get an internship right now.
I would. My advice would be take the LSAT, go to law school instead.
Okay, Cappy, how about you?
Start a podcast immediately.
Yeah.
Start a podcast immediately.
And do more versions of the podcast than DeAndre, Cody, and
Yeah,
and
do
Parker.
more
Hey,
episodes.
we got
once every 3
great
months.
stuff. It's coming.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
coming. We got great stuff.
So number one
DeAndre is king of the tease. He will tell you great stuff is coming. It just doesn't come.
Doesn't come. Start your podcast immediately.
Yep.
Number one. And number two, while you're in college, work on your Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, every social handle.
Your brand.
Because so many kids, believe it or not, we all think everybody uses social media. Believe it or not, a lot of the younger kids are not as much as we think they are. So build your social media following and start a podcast first thing.
Pepe, how about you? What's your best piece of advice for
I
college
agree with
students?
all of you. I thought you were going to say learn to lie.
Learn to lie. Pepe, that comes later.
Yeah, no,
That comes
you
later.
You
I
get
thought,
that.
Pepe, you know what I thought Cap was going to say? Get a guy.
Yeah, get a guy.
A guy.
Also comes a little later.
Yeah. All right, what's your best piece of advice,
My
Pepe?
advice might be old-fashioned, but I agree with you, all of you, is read. Whatever you can read, online or a book or whatever, read, because that way you will learn more words to
Right. So
express
how do
yourself.
you if that's true, how do you explain how Michael Thompson, who never reads anything more than a magazine,
Because he played basketball.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Laura, what's your best piece of advice for a college student in 2024?
All right, definitely everything what you guys said, but definitely stay authentic to who you are. Reading helps with pronunciation, enunciation, and all of that. Work on your brand, but also don't burn bridges.
Oh,
Don't
that's good
burn
advice.
Bridges, because you never know who can give you a job or who knows whom.
That's
So, yeah,
really good.
Don't burn bridges.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
is
a
excellent.
very
Mace, how
good-
about you? What's your best piece of advice for the students of Cal State Long Beach?
Is this what you absolutely must do? Is there anything else that you would consider doing?
Oh, you would tell them not to get into this.
If there's anything else you consider doing, do it. But if this is what you must do, if this is your driving passion in life, then do it. And I think all the rest of the advice applies. It's a little bit like being an actor. They say if you think you can do something else, do something else. If you think you can do something besides being a sportscaster, then you probably should be. This has got to be your one true burning desire. And in that case, Cappy, podcast, brand, not LSAT. I don't go with that one.
Yeah.
We
Go be
don't
a lawyer.
Need,
That's
we don't
my
need
point.
more lawyers.
Yeah. I mean, Jacob could use some help.
Oh, Jacob could. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
He wants to hire good
Pepe,
lawyers.
very good advice. Read a bunch of stuff. Laura, I thought really good advice. Don't burn bridges. Bergman, what did you say?
I said get an internship.
Get an internship.
And Greg,
exactly.
and learn everything.
We're taking applications for interns right now, are we
Right
not?
now, if you go to goodkarmabrands.com/careers, you can apply if you're a college student right now.
Here's a little small tip. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. After I got fired by Premiere.
Yeah. Not your fault.
Not my fault.
Why'd you get fired?
Well, because Kevin Kiley, our buddy, decided when the Super Bowl was in San Diego that it would be a good idea to bring on a hooker and ask her how prices
How
change
business
and how
was.
business changes during Super
Surge
Bowl
pricing,
week.
stuff
And,
like that.
The bosses did not find it as funny as Kevin did,
Yeah.
and Mace was along for the ride got gassed.
Went down
over
with the
it.
ship. So I got fired. A guy you guys know, Craig Kitchen,
Great
was the
guy.
one that
Yep.
fired me.
No Craig well.
And I
almost apologetically.
Oh yeah. And afterwards, I sent Craig a note. I said, Craig, sorry this didn't work out this time. I hope we can work together again. And 2 weeks later, he called me and said, "Can you fill in for Art Bell for a week?" And I was like, "See,
by the way,
send a thank you note after you get fired."
So
I
you
had
did
a
the
great
Alien show in the
experience.
middle of the night?
Yeah, I did that show, the Alien
Sedano,
show.
can I
It's
tell
so
you-
much.
can I
It's
tell
so
you
cool.
something? I've been jealous of Mason from a lot of stuff that he's done in his life. I've never been more jealous of anything than that.
Well, Bergman
that he got to host the late night kook show.
It was kooky.
I would have loved to do
Yeah,
that.
it was
Bergman and
fun
I
gig.
took down the kook show. It was George Norrie back then.
Oh yeah, it was George.
We went
Norrie.
up against George Norrie. We took his kooks.
Did you? Now you were on. Were you on all night?
I was on Fox Sports Radio when George Norrie was doing it, not Art Bell.
So, but you were doing the overnight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 25 years old.
There's
Good for
something
you, man.
actually really cool about doing overnights.
Oh, I enjoyed it for about 3 years.
Did
and
you
that was
take?
about
Did
it.
you take a lot of calls on overnights?
Oh, we did. I wouldn't say a lot. I say maybe like it just we went
Greg,
through
do
phases.
you remember this?
Yes, absolutely
Yeah.
remember.
Greg
George-
was my last producer.
Yep.
At Fox Sports Radio.
See, I just think that's a really fun show because there isn't anything so ridiculous that I mean, you can say anything you want.
So a funny story. Originally, when I was hired for that job, the boss, Andrew Ashwood, he wanted.
Oh yeah, rest in peace. What a good dude.
He
Nice
wanted
man.
me to be more like Jim Rome, hot take artist in the middle of the night.
Okay.
And I'm like he did. I used to use my crew, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
on the air.
Sure.
I did like a morning zoo in the middle of the night. He was like, "No, let's not do that." And eventually, it took me 6 months. I told him, "Look, let me do it my way. If you don't like it in 6 months, then I'll walk."
Right.
Okay. And 6 months later, he said, "I don't say this often. I was wrong. You were right. The show is awesome."
Good.
So, and Bergman came in, I think the last year that I did.
last year, yeah.
Yeah. But it was a fun. We did a fun show.
I'm actually going to use this story when I talk tonight, George, because I think you've hit on something that is part of what you tell young people. You have to be willing to go to where the work is, both physically and conceptually. In other
Right.
words, you got a phone call one day saying, "Hey, would you work from 2 to 5 in the morning?"
Right.
And most people will say no.
Right.
Yeah, I got kids, I can't do it, blah, blah, blah. those are the people that say yes are going. Everything in this business is temporary.
Right.
You never know you're going to be there. So good for you. You got to start someplace. You did it, and there you go.
In other words, you have to pay your dues.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
And also another thing that is important, at least in my opinion, is to tell the kids, don't lose sight of your dreams if that's what you want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you said.
Right.
Because sometimes then you give up.
I tell this story all the time that when I was at UCLA, there were 18 of us that went into sportscasting when we got out. We're all in the same program. And I'm the only one left. Because for whatever reason, along the way, people didn't want to move to Fort Smith, Arkansas, or didn't want to move to the middle of Florida and the Panhandle. And eventually everybody got off the ride.
Yeah.
Hey, Pepe still has the tag on his jacket.
That's right.
I thought that was an old jacket. That's a new jacket?
It is a new jacket.
It's a styling jacket.
I told you this is my
That's a nice jacket.
It's a nice. It's a Letterman's jacket. Yeah, I like that.
You got out of high school in 1947.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was looking for this. I couldn't find it.
Oh,
But
yeah,
thank
it was
you.
right there. Sure.
You're
Johnny,
always criticizing me. Thank you very much.
I'm loving that you're doing this tonight because a lot of these kids who want the internships here. Like, have you guys all been contacted by a kid thus far?
Yes.
How many kids have contacted you?
I have two. For me, two.
Yeah. And have you guys just directed them to the internship?
Yes.
No, I just point him. I just point him to Tommy and
How about
those
you,
guys.
George, anybody?
This time, usually I do, but this time nobody.
I've had 3 kids.
Yeah.
One kid goes to Ohio State. One kid goes to USC, and I don't actually remember where the other kid goes. The kid who goes to USC contacted me. I spent like an hour on the phone with this kid one night. I was driving to South LA, and he told me that his area of expertise is fantasy sports.
Good.
And I said, okay, that's great. I go, good for you. I go, now, do you have a podcast for that? And he's like, no, I don't. I'm like, well, how are you planning on building an audience? I'm like, dude, you got to do this now.
Yeah.
You got to do it while you're young. You got to do it when you can tell all your buddies and your friends can tell
All
friends.
right. So do you know this story? Years ago, Mason and I are on the radio, and Mason is friends with a guy who knows a lot about fantasy. And Mason says to him, hey, man, I want to put you on the radio for a segment once a week, and we'll just talk fantasy. It was Matthew Berry.
And that's the story I told this kid.
Yeah.
I said, let me tell you something, man. You don't know how it's going to go. You got to start producing content now.
Yeah. And by the way, it's also good to find a niche.
Yes, right.
Like if you are, for example, a soccer guy, do an MLS podcast.
Yeah, look at Denholm.
Yeah, I mean, look at Dave Denholm and Mario Ruiz are doing a show right now, a podcast about LAFC. So if you find that niche, like Matthew did, maybe you are a basketball. You break down film. I'm trying to think of those Laker guys. There's so many Laker guys.
Film Room.
Yeah.
Lakers Film Room, right.
Yeah.
Another great. Find your niche and develop that. And you're right. Cappy's right. Brand is really necessary.
How's that podcast going, Mario?
That podcast about the MLS and the LAFC is over at BMO. Let me tell you something, man. He's the best.
He's the
Mario.
best.
He is, but Mario and like Mark Rogandino, you guys know Mark Rogandino?
Sure.
You
Rachel
know Mark
used to be
Rogandino?
his babysitter.
You don't know Mark Rogandino?
I don't.
Used to babysit Mark Rogandino.
He's
Yeah,
like,
that's great.
one
You
of
know-
the LAFC
you know him.
podcasters.
Oh, yeah.
you know him.
I don't have any idea. No.
That guy,
No.
yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Gosh, speaking of not knowing people, we had a case of mistaken identity on Saturday night. So, guys, something happened on Saturday.
I heard you socialized with Mace.
I had social time with Mace and Juan.
Yep.
Okay, now there was a picture of me, Mace, and Rachel, but no Juan.
Yeah, he likes to keep a low profile.
He gets a photo credit.
Right, he got the photo credit.
Yes.
So after we left Venice Beach and we drove back down to South LA, we stopped in Carlsbad, and we went to see a friend of mine's band play. And there was this girl dancing next to us, and I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, she's looking at Rachel. We're like, okay, we know each other, but we can't exactly figure out how. Well, Rachel thought that this girl was somebody completely that she was not. So she was like, don't you remember that trip we were on? And you had the
Oh, really?
And then I fell and I got hurt. And the girl's like, what are you talking about? I don't. And then Rachel's pointing to our other end. And these are my friends that helped me. They helped me get through this because I was hurt for so long. And the girl's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Rachel's like, yes, no, you don't remember. And I'm going, wait a second. I go, Rachel, did she change her name and lose the French accent? I don't know. I think it's not the same girl.
But
Something's wrong
how
here.
long did she chat her up for?
Oh, this is going on for like 10 minutes.
Oh, God.
Where we have this girl, we just don't know who she is.
Yeah.
You know?
Now,
It's
hey,
very
by the way, are you
embarrassing.
back on the gummies?
So I got back on gummies this weekend.
Yeah.
Because I knew that Rachel and I were going to see, Mace and Juan. And so I got on about 7.5 milligrams of Joyful and Present.
That's a reasonable amount.
Very reasonable amount.
Yeah.
But then I just started to nibble as the day went on. So by the time the end of the day happened, I was at about 12.5, 13 milligrams or so.
So did I tell you this when I was at the Green Cross the other day? I was talking to Chris Ward, and he brought out an expert from the back, and he goes, he's got sleep problems. You should talk to this very nice woman. And she goes, how many milligrams you taking? I go, I'm taking 20. I know I'm only supposed to take 10. I'm supposed to take half a gummy, but I'm taking 20 because I have a lot of trouble sleeping. She goes, well, take 2 of them. And I went, wait a minute, you're advocating that I take 40? She goes, if it helps you sleep, sure. And I thought, wow, I've been too nervous to do that. I haven't done it yet.
Oh, do it.
Do it.
But she said, I think I'm going to work my way up.
Do it and, report back. Try 30.
Right, or 25 maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love that Ireland uses more cannabis than I do. That's so fantastic.
It's like one of the biggest upsets.
2024, baby.
It's like the history
exactly.
of the show.
Exactly.
Might be the biggest upset.
But, May, something did happen to me this weekend.
Yes.
I was telling George a little bit about it. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about it today on the air or not. I certainly didn't post anything on social media, but I'm contemplating posting on social media. Something happened to me this weekend on Venice Beach.
Okay.
That made me insanely uncomfortable and had me running away.
Really?
Like I had to run, sprint.
Was it that thing you told me
to
about?
get away? Well, I don't know if I told you everything.
Oh.
Are you going to tell it?
I may. I'm not sure. It
All right.
depends.
Well, I got to get in my
Depends
car.
on George
Listen
can
to
get it
this.
out of me.
Yeah.
Because right now we've given you 45.
Is this a real story?
It's a real story.
It's a real story. You're going to
Pepe.
tell it coming up.
A real story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
stay
a tease.
tuned for that. That's
Wow.
the tease.
Put on PTI until I
Bergman,
hear
is
this
it me
story.
and Momo tomorrow? I think it's me and Momo tomorrow. Ireland is on his way to Sacramento.
I'll see you there, Ireland.
Oh, you're working that game?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we'll see everybody tomorrow at 1, 710 ES. I'll tell you where I'm going.